Morning, boys and girls. Happy Sunday fun day. Sunday rum day, innit? Welcome to the Craft Rum Club live show. Let me know. I think the microphone's working. I had a few little technical issues with the microphone, but I'm sure it's all right. This week's show, coming up in this week's show, we've got an unboxing. I've just got one, but I've got two of these bad boys. We have got an unboxing. We can have a little tasting. We might have some special guests as they pop up on my screen. But tonight is all dedicated to the rum show, the Craft Rum Club. Some awesome stuff. Been looking forward to this all week. So this should be the loose schedule for tonight, just so I can put the chapters in a bit later. For the first sort of 15 minutes or so, I'm going to be having a little waffle about the club, the Craft Rum Club. And then hopefully 8:15, you know me, I'm going to run over, of course I am. We're going to be talking about Jackdaw Cave, and then I'm going to be talking about Two Drifters, and then we've got some cocktails and Makealong and mixes to get involved in. So, as always, the little questionnaire thing, if we've got the guests on, which hopefully we should, get those questions fired in. I'll make sure that they answer them for you. But let's just say hello to whoever's on. Wendy's here, obviously. Ross, Kevin, Trevor. Sorry, my WhatsApp. I've got WhatsApp on as well. So if I go vacant, I'm just waiting for notifications and stuff. So Kevin, Trevor's back. Finally, Trevor's back. He's still not drinking yet, but he's back here. Jeff is having English Harbour 5-year versus Plantation 5-year. Jeff, which one are you going for so far? Jennifer, hello Jennifer. Jennifer is a Craft Rum Club person. Lee, Andy, I've already said Ross. Nick, hello Nick. Ian, Gary, Gus, who else we got down here? Claire's here. Clive, hello Clive. Aaron, Havana Steve, James Brooks, Mogsy. Oh, awesome. Make sure as we get going, make sure you... That way every week. That way, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done so already. That really, really does help me out. That will help. That will make YouTube put that in front of more people and grow the stream. And then you guys can make more friends, can't you? So, yes. I don't think I've got any gossip to tell you this week, to be honest, other than the unboxing. So, if you've got any questions, as I say, get them in. I can see Tom here. Tom, I will get. Yeah, Tom's waving to me. You guys can't see Tom yet. But Tom's here, so we'll get him on in a bit. But I'm just going to do the quick unboxing before we get Tom. Hopefully we'll get Doug and Terry on as well. So yeah, guests for the very first time. It's been threatened before, but we can. So, the Craft Rum Club Live. A couple of little bits of feedback I've had so far is that I've never joined. Oh, this is what I was going to do. I've got a little poll for you in the community. Hopefully that's gone on screen. Hopefully that should have. There'll be a little poll there because I've had various bits of feedback over the week about rum subscription, rum clubs and that sort of stuff. And people have kind of like, oh, I don't know. I don't want other people to pick my rum. I'm not sure which one to join, all that sort of stuff. So get voting in the poll on there and let us kind of know your feedback. If you're in any rum clubs, let us know and let us know your feedback. Because I, openly and honestly, I've never joined one simply because I didn't want other people to send me rum. I like to pick my own rum. So that's been my previous experience. I have to say though, opening these two boxes, yeah. So basically what happens with the Craft Rum Club, we've got a rum box of the month and a spiced rum box of the month. There's various different packages you can buy. You can belong to both of them. You can get rum 1 month and spiced rum the next month. You can do whatever. There's so much flexibility with it. But I've been very, very impressed with what came in both of these boxes. So obviously there's nothing in there, and I've opened both of them. But I've got all the little bits ready and waiting. We'll dunk that. Actually, I won't dunk that down there, just in case we want to do that. Craft Rum Club. So I'll have to get the first thing I want to shout out and nod to is this magazine. This magazine is flipping awesome. I've really enjoyed kind of reading through that. So Donna and Kevin and Ian, you put that together. That is flipping awesome. I love that. There's various bits I'm going to be referencing coming through here as well. There's lots of knowledge, lots of stuff to read, but I'll show you that in a bit. But the reason why I got that, I want to see which one. I've got everything out and mixed up the boxes. So I'll just keep an eye on the comments here as well. Just make sure. Never joined, but picking my own rum. This is great for those that don't know and try new rum. Yes, Clive, it is. Jennifer's been in the Craft Rum Club for 13 months and counting. Well done, Jennifer. Awesome. Right, so in the rum box of the month is this little beast, Two Drifters. You can, if you can see down there, look, you can see the couple of other Two Drifters rums that I've got here. So we've got this one. This is brand new and not even out yet on general release. Well, I'll tell you why a bit later. So that's the rum. What else came in this? We've got 2 cans of the Craft and Punchy. We've got a little baby bottle of Angostura Bitters in there. We've got, which one of these? We've got the purple chockies. I think they're chocolates. Crunchy chocolate squares. They're too tight to send me any crisps or whatever. Something happened with the nibbles or something this month. I'm not quite sure what, but there's no nibbles. I've got some sugar, and I think the other thing that I'm missing is this one, cherry. Which one is it? It's that one, cherry Frobishers, along with that rum. 40 quid essentially. I mean, let's be honest, that's punching up at that price anyway. And then to get that plus the magazine, which I think is an absolute steal as well, I think that's really good value for money, to be fair. So that's the rum, and then the spiced rum of the month. Actually, yeah, that's right. So the spiced rum of the month, we've got Jackdaw Cave spiced rum. Hang on, let me get my belly over the bar. We've got that little beast, Jackdaw Cave. So that's coming there. We've got the pink. I don't know what the difference is. Chocolate. Oh, they're hazelnut. These are chocolate. I've got a Jif lemon. But hey, you can't transport lemon juice any other way, can you? So we'll forgive them that. A bit of Jif lemon there. We have got, what do we come in there? We've got Frobisher's Bumbleberry. We've got that. And then we've got these 2. Ginger beers. There we go. So that is that. With that, and again, obviously, you get the magazine in there as well. So, I think that's everything. So, it's great. And what the point is, the point of those mixes, I think Ian's done this. Yeah. We've got 4 pages here of mixes or servings for those drinks, which I really, really, really like this. So, yeah. I mean, I've had a little quick trawl back through previous months. And see what that. Do you know what? There's some pretty decent stuff coming your way. So what's coming up tonight? I can see Tom already here. Tom, in about sort of 5-6 minutes or so, Tom, who's made this, is going to sort of tell you all about Jackdaw Cave. And then when we've had a little bit of a tasting of that, we'll crack out onto the Two Drifters signature rum. Let's put that to one side. But there's a couple of little points I want to make here on this magazine. I have got a bone to pick with. I'm going to blame Donna. I have got a bone to pick with Donna, right? And Tom hopefully has got a bone to pick with Donna as well. It's a bit of banter, right? What the hell is all that about? Since when have Devon? Do we even chat about Devon pasties? What is going on there? What is all that about? It's Cornish pasties. Next you'll be telling me you bloody put cream on scones first. I mean, what is all that about? Seriously, Devon pasties. Donna, come on, Donna. That's obviously a nod to Two Drifters rum. But yeah, come on, Cornish pasties, isn't it? Cornish pasties, that's what. But there's a couple of little other bits of vital nuggets in here that I kind of want to share with you to get you all excited about rum. I think that was it. I've got my little Kevin. I've got your little not my Kevin, not Rum Club Kevin. I've got your little notes, your little arrows here, right? There's a couple of little bits I want to read out here. Hello, Doug and Terry. I can see you too. I'll put you on screen in a minute. So we've definitely got guests. This is going to be awesome. Right, a couple of little vital nuggets to talk you through. Rum. At the moment, so 2021, the rum industry was worth $15,690 million. Say it again. $15,690 million. All right, that's in 2021. It is estimated by 2028 that the market is going to be worth 21,000. What did I say? Sorry, 15,690 million it was, and it's estimated to go up to $21,270 million. Surely that's billions. Hang on. I haven't worked that out. Surely that's billions. But anyway, it's gone up a lot. It's gone up a lot. But right, the spiced and flavoured rums are almost making up 50% of the sales at the moment. So that's a huge market share. I'm assuming this is global as well. So spiced and flavoured rums literally make up nearly 50% of that. But here's the cool thing for all you proper rum heads. And I'll read this word for word. We are also seeing rum catching up with premium end as perception that rum is a drink for mixing and not. Start again. We are also seeing rum catching up on the premium end as of the perception that rum is a drink for mixing and not sipping changes. Okay, in other words, more people are thinking it's sipping and opposed to mixing, right? In the UK, in just 5 years' growth, the premium rum market has soared more than 140%. So sipping rums have gone up 140%, and the market is almost 10% share now. So sipping rums hold a 10% share, which when you think about it is huge, because the vast majority of people are going to be drinking like rum and cokes, or rum and ginger beers, mojitos, daiquiris, that sort of thing. So for 10% market for sipping rums, that's flipping huge. So there's exciting times ahead, and I think that's it. Right, let's just dive back through. I can see a couple of people hating on the pasties. I thought that'd start a bit of banter. Right, Craft Rum Club. Hello, Craft Rum Club. I'm assuming that's Kevin and Donna. Hello. Nick from York is on his Ladybird. Karen. Hello, Karen. New to rum, so there's so much on a shop shelf that I haven't tried. But if I was running out of options, I'd totally see the benefit of joining the club. Awesome. James, currently sipping on Flor de Cana, 25. Well, hello, posh rum people are in the house. 25-year-old Flor de Cana. James, have you tried the 18-year-old Flor de Cana? How different is the 18-year-old to the 25-year-old? That's interesting. I can't remember. I've tried the 25, but it's a flipping long time ago. So that's that. Nick, have a word. Rhubarb and cod. Hello, rhubarb and cod. Yeah, Cornish pasties all the way. See, even people in Canada know it's Cornish pasties. Right. We do know, but because they are also put cream on first. You put cream on a scone first. Wow. Walking for you. Hey, Steve, I'm in the process of making my own rum brand. Oh, hello. What is the chances of being able to advertise it on your channel and getting you to do a review? Right, all rum reviews, they cost you £1,000. So send me a bottle of rum, send me £1,000 and I'll review it for you. How's that? Slide into my DMs, we'll have a chat. Get invested in. Cool. Not surprised, 50%. Awesome. Hello, David. Greetings from Texas. God, we're truly global here tonight. Where's the Belgian crew and the Norwegian crew? Are you here yet? The Canadians are in the house. Awesome. Right, so let me just check my WhatsApp. Yeah, cool. Right, that's fine. So tonight, let's crack on with the first one. I'll put this up on screen so we can do this. Jackdaw Cave. Let's crack on with that. Let's bring these two Herberts on and do that. And then hopefully if I click that, when we come back, hopefully, if I can find the right one. Yeah, how do we like that? And I will put that on top as well. Right, I just thought, I can't hear you guys now.
I haven't spoken yet.
Tom, can I, guys, say something? I can't hear you.
Hello. Hey, Steve. Can you hear me?
This is faded. There we go. Right, you are there. This is going to be a bit of a delay for me, so this is going to be a bit weird. I should have put headphones in for this, but we should work with it. So, on the top of your screens, you will see Tom. Tom is the distiller down at Cornish Distilling Company. He is responsible, essentially, for Moon Cursor. We've got a bit of that. It's getting a bit empty. Look, Tom. There we go. And he's also responsible for...
Have you only got minis of those things?
Little baby Dilly bottles there. And then Doug and Terry at the bottom of your screens. They are basically Jackdaw. There we go. And that is their brand. So I'm going to, because this is a bit delayed for me, I'm going to hand it over to you guys. I'll turn the volume up. And then you just chat away and just tell people about your brands, all right?
Sure. Well, Doug and Terry, do you want to start, I guess? Makes sense?
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you unmute us?
Can you hear us, Tom?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. I've got a little thing saying we're muted. Yeah, Steve, thanks for having us on the call. I can see you opening the Jackdaw. So, we started working with Tom about 24 months ago to make Jackdaw. It's part of a family of rums. There's a dark rum called Peggy. It's an aged and flavored dark rum. And there's a white rum called Windsong, which Tom is also making for us. and then Jackdaw, which you guys have got in this month's club box. So looking forward to seeing Steve make the cocktail for us, Ian Burrell's cocktail. But Tom, I don't know if you want to spend a minute and just talk through the process you use to kind of get the spices into this rum and make it really special and so easy drinking.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem. So, hello, everyone. I'm Tom. I'm the head distiller down at the Cornish Distilling Company. We're based in Bude in North Cornwall, and we make rum from scratch as well. So one of a few, the number's rising, but there's still not many of us in the country that are making rum from scratch at the minute. Woo! So we bring in molasses and ferment over a few days before distilling it to make the base spirit. So our distillery, we're a couple miles inland from the coast. We've got a purpose-built distillery. We've got a nice wind turbine on site, some boreholes. So we're trying to be as environmentally conscious as we can as well with producing our rums. We predominantly produce kind of cleaner base rums as well from fermentation perspective and distillation perspective. So the base spirit for Jackdaw is distilled to 90% before we knock it back a little bit, and then we macerate with whole spices. So you've got some vanilla, some cinnamon, nutmeg, orange and ginger in there. And it's macerated for a couple of weeks on the spices before it's knocked back further down to bottling strength, sweetened slightly. It's not dry, but I wouldn't call it super sweet. And then it's filtered and bottled for these guys. And I've been working as Doug said with Doug and Terry for 18 months now. Maybe it might be, I'm not sure. And it's been great. They're lovely people to work with, and it's been a really good fun journey. As well, if anyone is in the area, please come visit us down in Cornwall as well. Our doors are open. We'd always like to welcome people in for tours and things. So I guess the main point for us is that we are making rum totally from scratch. So it's not a base spirit that's been made elsewhere and flavored. We're doing it all. So I guess that's a bit of an intro to Jackdaw Cave, I'd say. And I can see there's a question, actually, I could answer that now as well. Do we use E150 and does it add sweetness or just colour? So we do use a touch of E150, but not very much. It's really common to use these things. We have to for consistency. We don't. It's aged on some wood chip as opposed to barrel. So it does give some colour, good colour actually. But not enough. So we do add some, but it doesn't add sweetness at all. If anything, it adds a touch of, not a bitterness, but a subtle hint of that. So we add raw cane sugar that provides sweetness. So I guess that's a intro into Jackdaw Cave, guys. If you've got anything else to add.
I'll just add on that, Tom. Thanks for the rundown.
Cool. So I don't know, how the stream is going for you guys at home, but I know there will be a bit of a delay from what I can hear and what Tom is saying. But if any of you've got questions, pop them into the comments box and we'll get them answered. And I can hear Terry and Doug go. Go on, Terry and Doug, carry on.
Oh, thank you, Steve. I was just going to say that the rum has won 2 taste awards, a silver in London Spirits and a gold in the Global Rum Masters. Which we're extremely proud of, and it's won a design award as well, actually. So we're really happy. I think that's a great pat, probably more on Tom's back than ours. And then just for those of you that are interested in the brand backstory, our entire portfolio, you can see this one's Jackdaw Cave. Our entire portfolio of rums and all the other spirits that we're working on are romancing places and antiquities and treasures of the British Isles. So Jackdaw Cave actually is a real place, and it's a very interesting cave. You can row into it. You can row right into the cave, and there's a hole at the top of it. And the the legends are that the guys would go in there and lower stuff onto the deck to get it out of harbour without declaring, or getting it into the country without paying taxes, specifically on the Isle of Man. So very, very interesting stories. And we worked with the National Trust on both Jackdaw Cave and our dark rum, which is Peggy, which is a boat that's in the care of the National Trust. And as we've researched these deeper and deeper, we've uncovered more and more very interesting stories that we trying to attach to products and build brands, just with some real interesting backstories and some history behind them. And we're not doing silly pirates that no one ever met. These are places you can actually go to, and they're linked to true stories. And the boat still exists. It's in a museum that you can go and see. It had 6 or 8 cannons on it, Terry. Eight cannons. So there's some fascinating stories behind each one of these brands. But I mean, obviously, the real treasure is in actually tasting the product. I have your opinion on it, Steve. I can see you enjoying it there.
So as I say, I apologise for the delay. I know there will be a few seconds delay. This is I'm reading what you've used to spice it, and I don't know whether Tom mentioned this of how it's actually spiced, but I think this is quite. And there's a few questions in the comments as well, Tom. If you want to have a look, you can pipe up there. But the one big note I get off that is actually chocolate. I get the orange and sort of ginger, but there's a huge sort of chocolate note coming off that. I really like that actually. A little bit of sweetness, but that's a spiced rum. You've got to like that. So.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Tom, do you want to answer some of those questions?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I don't. There's no chocolate or anything used in the spicing, but I mean, I'd take that as a good sign. It's got some good body to it. Some of those spices are coming through nicely. So, question-wise, we use sugarcane molasses. We can't say exactly where it comes from because we don't buy it in big enough quantities generally. We're still a relatively small producer in the grand scheme of things. It comes from a UK sugar refinery, so but other than that, I couldn't tell you exactly where the cane has come from. So the still we use quite interesting. We use eye stills. They're a Holland-based distillery. We started off, I mean, the company started 5 years ago, 100-litre still at that point. Serial number 007, so it's got the name James. And then since then, we scaled up. We've got a 500-litre eye still now as well, Moneypenny, and a 2,000-litre eye still now as well, Blofeld. So these stills have been really useful for us from a starting perspective because they offer us flexibility. They're more of a stainless steel based still that has a copper element, a waffle in the middle that provides that copper interaction. So I can produce a whole range of different spirits off one still, and because they're made out of steel, it keeps the price down as well from a purchasing point of view. So they've been great stills for us to use and really useful. So we can one day we can make rum in it, the next day we can do gin, and it offers good flexibility in that. Was there any? I think that's up to date on the questions now. But happy to answer any questions. If you have it, yeah, please.
If you talked about how you actually spice it, Tom.
Yeah, so spice-wise, we distill it at 90%, and then we knock it down a fraction, and then we add the spices in a tea bag, basically. So it sits in the tea bag, muslin bag for a couple of weeks, and then it comes out and it gets further knocked back and sweetened, filtered, and bottled.
And you're knocking it back with Cornish spring water, Tom.
I like that. In the magazine, it's kind of put that you've chosen to spice it at 60% ABV.
Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, two points there. Yes, we're using Cornish spring water.
You've basically said that you spice it at 60% ABV and then cut it back using Cornish spring water. Why spice it at 60% ABV and not spice it at like 40 or whatever?
So it varies. I mean, generally, much like heat, if you're making a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, cold brew coffee is a great example of this. You can make a coffee in a couple of minutes at high temperature, or in 24 hours over cold temperature. So alcohol works as a really good solvent for flavor extraction. So, but you have to be careful, because if it's too high, you're going to extract some off flavors as well. So we find 60 to be quite a good sweet point for this, to extract the flavors we want in a reasonable time period. Some other rums that I make, I might choose to go to a lower. If I'm using fruit and things, I might use a lower ABV, because it would extract pectin or other things that I might not want to be in there. But for the majority, 60 works really well at getting good flavor across, and then we knock it back. And yeah, it's all Cornish spring water we're using at the minute. We're hoping to switch over to our own borehole soon for this as well, but that's in the process at the minute. There you go. It's probably a bit too much of an answer, but there you go, Steve.
I've just seen Trevor's comment. What he's saying is he's got skills.
Cheers, Trevor.
Terry, Doug, have you got anything else you want to add?
No, I think we. Yeah, I can't see any of the comments, Steve. There's nothing, no other comments or questions to us that we could cover. Nothing's coming through on my screen.
The comments, mate. The comments are all on YouTube. So you're just on the streaming software at the moment. All the comments you will see on YouTube. So if you go to the YouTube stream, the link the other link I sent in WhatsApp, you'll see them all there.
100%. Got it.
Lots of skills, right? So I'm just gonna make this. So what Ian Burrell's put together is which one is it? That one, Jackberry Crush. That page there. So I'm just going to sort of make that very, very quickly, and that's using the Frobisher Bumbleberry. So Frobisher Bumbleberry, a bit of Jackdaw Cave, and a bit of lemon juice. If any of you have in the Craft Rum Club, if any of you have tried this and made it, let us know in the comments what you actually think of it as well. So I'm just going to make a little diddy one. What? Also, to Tom and to Terry and Doug, what's your sort of preferred serves for this? Is this kind of a ginger beer rum? Is this a rum and coke? Like, what are you seeing it as?
We've experimented quite a lot, as you can imagine, Steve. The latest flavor of the month is a take on the Moscow Mule, replacing it with Jackdaw Cave with a little bit of pineapple juice and topped up with ginger beer and garnished with a pineapple wedge. That seems to have sort of hit a right note amongst some drinkers that we've been giving it to. So yeah, it's a Moscow Mule Jackdaw Cave style.
That sounds great. I think for me, from my perspective, I have to drink. I like
the sound of that. That's actually what I'm going to do that later. That's actually one of the drinks there. But I've got pineapple here, so I'll try that with and without the pineapple in a bit.
It's really good.
That sounds quite tasty. Yeah, I think that will quite work with pineapple. Tom, there is another question for you from Lee. Lee said, do you use oak chips plans of barrel aging?
Yeah, so I can see there's a couple of questions here. So oak chips work really well for when we're doing the spiced rums. I use a range of different styles of oak chip to get a bit more of a broader flavour stream. We have some barrels filled. We plan to fill a lot more going forwards. That's definitely the route that we want to go as a company. But to start out with and for ongoing, spiced rums so popular, and it fully makes sense for us to concentrate on that a minute as well. And oak chip works perfectly well for that. Because you're adding so many other extra layers of flavour, the nuances and the kind of depth of flavour you get from a barrel would almost not be lost, but could be overpowered. And the time it takes to get that, it would feel then a shame to spice on top of it a lot of the time. So I think, and also bear in mind, because we're making rum from scratch, we don't have the luxury of buying in a 8-year-old or a 5-year-old rum. We're doing it the hard way in that respect, because we're making it from scratch. So it helps us at this stage. We have a few barrels filled. We're definitely planning to get more filled. That's definitely the way. And so where I work as well as a bakery next door. So the plan is we want to try and use some of that excess heat from the ovens and things to help mature our barrels as well. So a lot of plans in the pipeline for the future. There's always lots to do, lots to think about. So it's really exciting time actually. And I can see one other question about the E150. It's minor, to be honest. It's more, a lot of it comes down to shelf repair as well, I think. That consistency and just that bit of extra depth of colour works. And it's by no means added anywhere near a level where you can taste it. So I don't see it as an issue at all. And I think the right way to go about it is just not to hide the fact that something, it's not even, it's fine. It's used everywhere, and just don't lie about it. And it's fine. It's not a problem. Hopefully that's going down nicely, Steve.
I've just so I just want to tip a nod to these drinks first of all. So first of all, tasting that bumbleberry, it's been a long time since I've had that. It's Frobisher's bumbleberry, basically. That's really nice in its own, but this is flipping delicious. It does need that little hint of lemon juice in there just to sort of cut it back, but that is a really, really good mixer. The juice is obviously quite thick because it is a berry kind of mixer, but yeah, I really do like that. So that is, that's the Jack Berry Crush. That's that one. We can see there. Really, really simple. Bumbleberry, rum, and a bit of lemon juice. And then I've just made, firstly, the ginger beer. The ginger beer is quite sort of, it's not really feisty. It's not that fizzy either, which is quite good for me, because you know me and my little belly, I can't handle fizzy stuff. But there is a nice bit of ginger in there. But I want to read you the ingredients very quickly, because I've just noticed this. It's carbonated water, fruit juice, concentrate. But we've got apple, pear, and then we've got organic coconut nectar in here, as well as the ginger. The ginger beer is absolutely lovely. But I really, really like that with pineapple juice. That is a great, great shout. I really like that. I'm just going back through the comments. Hang on. What's Trevor saying? For clarity, we all understand that E150A is a necessity. Just a long... Yeah, we do have a lot of banter in here about E150A. There's a lot of banter going on. Don't take that as a bad thing. So let's just have a quick thumbs up in the comments from all you Craft Rum Club people that have got the spiced rum. Let us know. Give us a thumbs up if you've tried it and what you think of it. I think Jennifer had the two drifters. I'm not sure if there's anyone in here that has this. Doug, Terry, where can people buy this from? Obviously, Master of Malt, but can they come direct to you? Where can people get it from?
They can buy it, Master of Malt. The distillery website itself has got stock, which is what's the address, Tom? It's if you go to our website and you can go to our page and click buy, and when you buy any of our spirits, it will direct you to the distillery website, so it'll be dispatched from the UK. So that's probably your best bet. Otherwise, Master have got it, and the Rum Company have also got it. And
is it far? I forget what it is. Is it Farshore Spirits? What's the website?
Farshore Merchants. Farshore Merchants, Steve.
Merchants. Right, hang on. I'm just putting that on screen. Add. There we go. And right. So
Thanks.
That's if people want to go and check that out, farshoremerchants.com, and you'll see. I'm really interested to try the Peggy as well, actually, because you guys know the Peggy is like is like a black rum. You guys know I love my sort of dark black rums, so really interested to see that. But that's it. Farshoremerchants.com. That is these guys over in the Isle of Man. and then Tom is actually down in Cornwall. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with this. I say it's a little bit sweet. Where's my thing gone? But I kind of like that.
Very easy to drink.
And you can also, sorry, I'm just seeing the comments. You could also sign up to the Craft Rum Club as well, obviously.
Absolutely. Sorry.
I'm really getting chocolate off this. Really, really getting chocolate. I can't pick anything else off it. It's quite funny. It's a little bit of spice, but it's like a big sort of chocolate, kind of like dairy milk chocolate coming off it. Have you guys got anything you want to add? Is there any more questions?
We good our side, Steve?
Yeah, I'm good.
What we will do is send you a bottle of Peggy so you can give that a try.
Good. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take you off. I'll leave you there. I'll take you off screen. If I get anything else, just watch back on YouTube. If we get anything else, we'll bring you back on and go from there. But cheers, Doug, Terry. Cheers, Tom. I'll turn the volume back down now. It's the first time I've ever done that. And I think I need headphones on to get the conversation flowing properly. So I do apologies for that. We'll have that a lot smoother for next sort of times. But honestly, I'm really quite impressed by this. It has got that little bit of sweetness in there. Basically, but let's read you out the what goes in here. So the spices, we've got notes of vanilla, orange, and caramel. Caramel, that's probably what I'm getting as well. Notes of vanilla, orange, and caramel, undertones of exotic spices such as nutmeg and cinnamon, plus hints of coffee, ginger, and pepper. So that all, as Tom said, that all goes into kind of like a tea bag of a sense in the still. But it's really weird. I do get sort of chocolate notes off that. Really, really good. So if you guys have got any more questions following that up, and then come pipe in there. Doug and Terry have turned the cameras off, but we can get that back on if need be. But yeah, that's that. I'm really impressed with that. Really, really nice. How would I compare that without offending? I think when I say a little bit of sweetness, I don't mean anywhere like what can I think of? Anywhere sort of near rum bullion, anything near Dead Man's Fingers. I probably even wouldn't put it as sweet as Sly Dog. Sly Dog's really, really nice. I wouldn't kind of put it as sweet as that. I think for you spiced rum fans, it's not a feisty spice either. It's a really nice rum forward, sort of subtle, gentle sort of spice journey. No, I really, really like it. Mind you, you guys know, I've mentioned it for quite a few times, that Moon Cursor, Tom. So that's Tom from Cornish Distilling, that's his rum. I really, really love that. Orange and ginger. This is the blood orange one, isn't it? I've got another one. I'm sure it's the blood orange. I can't remember. It's just normal. Oh, sorry, no. Vanilla, orange, ginger, and cinnamon. But yeah, I love what Tom does. We need to get down to Cornwall. Mike, are any of these rum subscription boxes available in the US? I don't know. That's one for Kevin and Donna to answer in the old chat. I don't know whether they'll ship to the US. I've got absolutely no idea of what goes on. I'm guessing, actually, that's a bit of a dumb answer. I'm guessing because of state laws and all that malarkey. I'm guessing that is a little bit tricky. I have heard things are opening up a little bit for distillers in the UK to get them into the US. I know there's a couple of companies specialising in it. But yeah, I don't know. We all know that different US states have got their own different laws and regulations of what you can and can't do with importing booze. So I generally don't know. But Donna and Kevin can probably answer that one. I think that's it. If any of my moderators in the house, if I missed any questions, if I missed anything, then kind of let me know on there, because I was kind of sort of concentrating on a couple of other things, trying to work out how I can sort this stream out. But there we go. And currently we don't ship to the US. That's absolutely fine. So, do you know what? I really, really like Bumbleberry. Let me just come around here and just give you a little close up of this, just in case you haven't seen that. So that's the there we go. Oh no, wrong one. Bumbleberry. That's the baby, isn't it? That's the baby. So Frobisher's Bumbleberry. There we go. Frobisher's, to be fair, right, let's give you a little zoom. There we go. Vibrant juice of strawberries, raspberries, black currants and blackberries. How do we like that? That's what Bumbleberry is, look. So yeah, Frobishers, Christ, Frobishers have been around on the scene for donkey's years. When I first had my pub at Green King, so 1996, 97, Frobishers just kind of launched then into Green King. So what's that, 25, 26 years at least? And these kind of, they sort of reformulated, rebranded a bit, I think possibly early 2000s or mid 2010s, somewhere like that. But yeah, they're a decent range, really decent range. Long life and shelf stable, but obviously once opened, you know, I think Frobishers, I think they do cases of 12 as well. I think it's quite easy to get cases of 12. But that's really nice. I never contemplated that. So strawberries, raspberries, black currants and blackberries. Really, really nice. But it does need that little bit of lemon juice in there. And as Claire says, hang on, don't forget, every time. I will get that right one time. Every time. Smash that like button, please. If you're watching for the first time, say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what rums you're drinking. But yeah, cheers for reminding that, Claire. So thank you very, very much. Right. Tom, I can see you still hanging about there. I'm gonna move on to Two Drifters. So thank you very much, Tom, for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll make that a little bit smoother next time. Next time you release an awesome rum, we'll get you on here properly and to do that. Right, I didn't bother with the old RumX app on this one either because spiced rums, it's kind of hard to do that in the RumX. But we will get RumX out to play for the Two Drifters coming up in a second. So let's put these up. We'll get Mummy Barman in here as well tasting these. I think she'll quite love this. She loves ginger beer as well. So. But Doug Terry, that is a great shout. Sort of a pineapple mule. I personally would probably put a bit of, I haven't got it here, but the sort of like a bit of pineapple puree in there instead of like pineapple juice or pineapple syrup or something like that. Just to give it a little bit more punch without sort of diluting it a little bit. But that is really, really good. Big fan of that. Right, let's move that to one side. Let's move that to one side. Let's move that and that to one side. Nice. Yeah, big fan of that. 37.5%. You heard Doug and Terry talking about the sort of the cave where it comes from on the Isle of Man. In the Isle of Man? On the Isle of Man, I should say. In Cornwall, on the Isle of Man. So what I said, so if you hadn't gotten on, born in Cornwall, bred in the Isle of Man. That was what I was getting at in all my marketing for this. So we put that to one side. Right, let's pop this up on screen now, just for the old timestamps. There we go. Right, so coming up now is... this Two Drifters. I'm just going to leave that on there while I take the old wrapper off. There we go, because we haven't done that yet. Boom, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Right, I'm excited about this one. Let's come back. So, Two Drifters. Two Drifters. Devon, Exeter, Rum, basically Exeter Airport. That's where they are stationed. It's where their little home is. Guys, long time viewers will know, I've kind of had a couple of their rums. I need to go back and revisit the kind of white rum. The white rum plays an important part of this, obviously, but we have obviously got their the Two Drifters, the salt pineapple essentially, salt caramel and pineapple, spiced pineapple, salt caramel. I'm sure it's salted caramel pineapple. Really, really delicious. They, as Tom said, Russ and Gemma are the same. They import their molasses. I think I'm pretty sure, damn sure it's Tate and Lyle. It's not sugar beet molasses. It's proper molasses, sugar cane molasses. I know it's not sugar beet molasses. It's sugar cane molasses. So it should have made that clear. But yeah, so these guys are 3 years old. Home of the Donna. I can tell that's Donna with the banter. Home of the pasty. Can someone put her in a timeout, please? Right, where's Russ and Gemma's bit? There was a couple of little notes that I wanted to make sure I got out of here. So, this is one Silver Awards back in 2021. This rum here is their new signature rum. Now, just to clarify things, you may or may not have seen Two Drifters signature rum in the past. This is not that. So the original signature Two Drifters rum, bear in mind, as I say, you've got to understand they are 3 years old. To have an aged product at 3 years old is pretty damn impossible. So their original, and they're quite open about it, it's written in there in black and white, and they've said it time and time again, their original sort of signature rum, just to get them sort of started, was simply their pot still, their white pot still, with a little bit of burnt caramel colouring in there, just to kind of give it that little bit of flavour, or that little bit of colouring. A little bit of flavour, to be fair, but a little bit of colouring. So that was their signature rum. However, they did start laying down rums early doors. So this is their very first proper signature rum in the direction they are headed in. This has been aged for 1 year. Might not sound a lot, but when you're a 3-year-old distillery, that's pretty damn good going. This is aged for 1 year in Madeira casks. Okay, now Madeira is obviously an island, essentially an island just off sort of Portugal way, off in that stretch of sea. Madeira is, we don't know. I did ask Russ and Gemma a question. We can't be 100% sure what type of Madeira actually went into the casks, but Madeira basically can be separated off into 4 or 5 different categories. You get sweet Madeira, dry Madeira, like wine essentially, but sweet Madeira, dry Madeira. You get Madeira aperitif style. You get dessert style Madeira, which is really kind of thick, like a sweet, like a muscat essentially, really kind of sweet wine. So we're not kind of sure what Madeira casks these are, but they are in the process of finding out. But the other thing to note about Two Drifters, and the thing that why they're famous, they're carbon negative. I forget what they are, B Corp. I don't know too much about the whole carbon negative sort of stuff, but I'm assuming, I think I'm pretty right in saying, I'm sure it's B Corp. Basically, they take out more CO2 out of the world, out of the atmosphere, than they put in. Okay, so it's not even carbon neutral; it's carbon negative. I think that's the right way around. So they take out more CO2 than they put back in, which is an awesome feat. Every their distillery is run by electric vehicles, all that sort of stuff. So they're proper on it when it comes to like the world and conservation and all that sort of stuff. So the other thing to add on here, the actual tasting note on the bottle, this is why it's not been released yet, so there's no point doing a close-up. The actual tasting note on the bottle is not correct. They have, because they wanted to get it out for the Craft Rum Club, they have done these little things, but I think I'm right in saying this is on general release from Wednesday. Might have been Tuesday, but I think it was Wednesday. But sometime this week, this will be on general release from Two Drifters. So, I think that was it. I think that's what I wanted to get out off there. So essentially, to kind of sum up, it's that rum. It's the pot still rum that's kind of been aged in Madeira casks. And I think they still... Oh, yeah, this was the other fun fact. Because this is in John Lewis and other places like that as well. So, they've got... That brings me on to another fact I want to give you in a minute. Because this was in John Lewis and places like that never want variants of colour. If you're giving them 1,000 bottles, they want 1,000 bottles identical, if you know what I mean. So yes, there is a bit of colouring gone into this to kind of that's why brands essentially use that colouring, okay, to give it that, because supermarkets, shops, all these places simply won't take it if there's variants, and that to a certain extent is like some of the US laws as well. The booze laws in the US, you cannot have different products. They've all got to be identical. So that is why a lot of brands do use colouring, in a sense. So yes, there is a little bit of colouring gone in there, just purely to give it, consistency, brand consistency. So they can distill, and they can take some from some barrel, some from another barrel, and it doesn't matter. Like one bottle can go to Master of Malt, another bottle can go to John Lewis. It's all identical. That's why brands do it. Okay. Here's the other thing though. They've grown. Where is it? They are exporting to 12 countries now. So little old Devon, and we'll give them that. They can have second place in the Pasty Wars. Little old Devon, little old Exeter and Devon, are now exporting this rum, or their rums, to 12 countries, which I think is flipping phenomenal in 3 years. 3 years! That's flipping phenomenal. So big round of applause for there. They've removed over 16 tonnes of CO2. And I think that was all. Here's the final stat. I think this is the final one I've got for you. 2,500 bottles a week of rum. That's how much they produce. 2,500 bottles a week. How flipping awesome is that? 3 years. 3 years. That's insane. So I can't wait to go down there and see them. I can't wait to have a little look around their distillery and go and chat to them, have a geek out. They are proper scientists, proper chemists. You know, they're not a couple of these people that you kind of see popping up that kind of saw a gin market explode, for instance, to go, oh yeah, it's a good way we can make money. Let's just start and sell a gin. They're not that. They're proper rum lovers. They met in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, I think it was. That doesn't sound right. I forget where it was now, but they met in the Caribbean. That was their dream to launch a rum, and they've done it properly. So big round of applause for that. That's enough waffling for me. This was the rum box for this one. Let's just make sure we've got the right one here. Which one is? So for those of you that ordered this, this is what you should have had. Where has it gone? So we should have had rum box of the munch. We should have had that, the punchy. We should have had the cherry. We should have had the hazelnut squares. We should have had the sugar syrup. And I think this is the Angostura Bitters one. The Angostura Bitters. So that's your 2 drifters. Let's put that one away now. That's your 2 drifters rum box. Okay. Can't wait. I've seen these about loads. These are the punchies. I've seen these about loads. I've never tried it. This is peach, ginger and chai. So I cannot flipping wait to taste that. Right. Pop that on the floor. Let's crack this. And let's crack this out on the... let's just make sure I've not gone on here. I'll just go back through the comments very quickly. The case of 12, drinking it already. Time out, Donna. Carbon negative, thanks, Clive. I think they're B. The whole thing, I knew it was carbon negative. I think I can't remember as whether it's B Corp or something like that. I forget what the actual term is. Something like that. Carbon negative, selling price. Mike Dell, Steve did a quick internet search. There are rum clubs in the US, several different price points. Awesome. Carbon negative. B Corp, so yeah, cheers, Donna. I think that's you. What Donna came on? Craft Rum Club in the comments. Thank you. Fascinating about the colour. Scott, just get the Craft Rum box, Windy. You know you want to. Love my boxes, love the surprises. For anyone, by the way, this is a shout out as well for Claire in the comments, Claire Enchanted in the comments, right? If you click on her name, she's got a YouTube channel as well, and she doesn't. She's pretty much a member of all the boxes that you can get in the UK. She does unboxing videos every single month. So go and stalk Enchanted Claire out, or Claire Enchanted on here, her YouTube channel. And you basically sort of see all the boxes from the previous month. So if you're kind of on the verge of like signing up and you're not sure, and oh, I don't know which one's best and all that, go and stalk her unboxing videos because they're quite funny. She doesn't say anything, she just unboxes. Or she has a couple of little words in there, but it's just the unboxing. So that's really cool as well. Havana Steve, apart from Rums, I'm enjoying the mixers. Oh yeah, Steve, you're in these. Steve, Havana Steve, which one are you in as well? I've forgotten. Scott, yeah, we had confusion in Discord. Not the rum box or the craft rum box. This is the Craft Rum Club. Right. So let's crack on. Now, for those of you just joining, new, this is how we do the tasting each and every week. Young Oliver from Germany has created I don't know why I say young Oliver, I don't know how old he is, but he's in Stuttgart, I think he is. But he's created this awesome app. If you haven't downloaded this app yet, if you're in Europe, do so, because it's flipping awesome. It's a brilliant way of sort of tasting, training your palate, learning all about different rums, seeing what other people think of rums, scoring them yourself, having your own library of what rums you've got, whether it's bottles, whether it's samples. It's flipping genius. And I have to give him a big shout out this week because bless him, he has been ill. But after I gave him banter last week about Gin Clear, he has now removed Gin Clear and just called it Clear. So he does listen to feedback, bless him. But I flipping love this app. So obviously this won't be in here, the 2 drifters, obviously, because it's a new rum. I should have added this. But we'll use the framework. We'll just get up. Hang on. Let's do that one. That'll do. Taste it. Boom. Right. So let me get a little tasting glass out. Let me have a little smell. Message retracted. Oh, can't wait. I love Madeira. I love Madeira. Right. Let's get rid of that. Let's pop that back in here. So where's my water? There's my water. Love this. Right. What can we smell on the old whiffs? Oh. That's quite funky. Wow, wasn't expecting that. Really wasn't expecting that. Hang on, bear with me. I'll explain. wow, you still get a nod to that sort of pot still funky kind of vibes in there. Not huge, not like Jamaican vibes, but it is still there. That I really wasn't expecting that, actually. Right, first off, it doesn't smell. I do like to smell things and sort of think, is that going to be sweet? Is it not going to be sweet? This really ain't going to be sweet at all. I'm pretty damn sure there's nothing added to this as well, apart from the colour. In fact, I'm 99% sure there's no sugar or anything added to this. Wow, I really wasn't expecting that. So, whiffs. I get this kind of... the first thing that hits you is that kind of sort of funky sort of, yeah. That's really overpowering, actually. What else do I get? I get a subtle hint of orange in there. Very, very subtle. There's no spice coming through there for me. It's that orange. I can't even smell anything like caramel or... It's a subtle... Even the sort of wood vibes off that. So bearing in mind, it has been in Madeira cask, like essentially wood, oak, has been there for a year. It's even really, really subtle. It is there, but not too much. I'm not picking up anything on this. Right, anything else? Do I think this is going to be sweet? No. From the smell of that, no. I would give this... I'd probably potentially give this a 0, actually. To be fair, right, to compare this even more, right, when I smelt, and I know this because I tasted on this last night, because I'm going to do a video on this. This is Appleton 8-year-old, right? When smelling Appleton 8-year-old, bearing in mind there's no sugar added to Appleton 8-year-old either, I smell that, and that has got this sort of nice sort of sweetness. I do think, and I know, it's got a little bit of sweetness to it, bearing in mind there's no sugar added to it at all. It's got just that little bit of something to it. When I smell this is really fascinating. I don't know. Who else? So we've got a few of you craft rum clubbers in here. Jennifer, Claire, what do you get off this? Let's have a bit of interaction. What other whiffs do you get off this? Let us know in the comments. Andy Howard. Andy Howard. Hello, Andy. How are you? Andy Howard. I did have a moment there. I was like, who's that? I don't recognise that name. Andy Howard from Mason's Gin. They're all coming on. Look, they're all here. Mason's Gin. Andy, are you distilling rum yet? Is Carl doffed his flat cap as he started on rum? Right, come on. I want to hear from you rum clubbers. What else do you get? So Claire gets dried fruit. Yeah, kind of. It's not. It's sort for me. It's that sort of. It's getting more and more sort of candied orange on there. That's kind of what I'm picking off that. I'm not getting sort of sultanas or fruitcake or anything like that off it. That sort of thing. I did get a bit of sherry. Yeah, that'll be... So Madeira... Is Madeira... It's like calling Cornish pasties Devon pasties. You know, I was going to say, is Madeira like sherry and port? Madeira's Madeira. Let's be honest. But is it loosely like sherry and port? Yeah, sort of loosely. So yes, you will kind of get those sort of sherry vibes off that. But I can't wait to taste this, because if that's just a year on there, that's that. I'll be interested. Claire, can't wait to touch a dark spirit. You wait till I chat to him. Claire, have you tried the white? I'm really interested. Have you got the Two Drifters white, whatever it's called, pure white rum? Right. So let's score this then. Floral note. Right, so fruit notes. I would have to give this... I think, yeah, just purely for the orange. I think I would have to give this a 3 out of 5 on the fruit notes, to be honest. It's floral. A touch of sort of floral on there. Not too much, but a touch of kind of floral in there. So I'm going to give that a 1 out of 5. Spices, nothing there. There's no spices on there for me at all. Woody, I would give... Again, I don't want to go 2, but I think 1's got to be a thing for that. Roasted, nothing. Round. It smells like it could be kind of rounded. So I've gone 3 out of 5 for fruit, 1 out of 5 for floral, 0 out of 5 for spices, 1 out of 5 for woody, 0 out of 5 for roasted, and then 2 out of 5 for rounded. Jennifer's got a bit of bit of bitter citrus. Interesting. Right, interesting. Let's just lubricate. Andy, you need to get Carl on the old rum. Right, let's dive in. Wow. Woohoo! Wow. Orange. Wow. Dad, wow. What I've started to do is kind of the first one, I kind of really swill around the mouth just to get. I did that the other night when I was tasting some, and I got these weird different notes that I've never picked up. I did that on the Appleton 8-year-old. Weird different notes that I've never picked out, so I give it a good swill around. The very first thing it hits you, orange. Massive orange notes on there. Really kind of, it's really turning into like a really juicy orange now. Again, it's a little bit of spice, a little bit of tannins going around the gums down there. So very, not very dry, that's a bit over. A decent dry spice. Sugar is seriously not sweet at all. But the orange notes really kicking off that. I want to say, oh, there's the kind of like the sort of pot still that's going off in there. Kind of that, I don't want to say Jamaican vibes, that's the wrong thing to say. But kind of that, I don't know, what would you call that, pot still-esque sort of rum on the top note there. There isn't too much else going on. It's not one of those rums where you're going to pick out, I don't think, you're going to pick out like 10 different things. Just trying to gauge the finish now. The finish is quite medium actually. I was expecting it to be quite of a short finish, bearing in mind it's only a year in there. It's a medium finish. That orange really does linger. I would say kind of now the wood sort of the wood is sort of coming out a little bit. I would love to know what sort of Madeira casks this is. That really does remind me of kind of like a sweet Madeira. Those sort of vibes. Basically, when I was at working in Cambridge University, I used to look after or do a bit with the fellows wine cellars, and Madeira was a big thing for them. Duke of Blandy's, you know, it was cases of Duke of Blandy's coming in every single bloody week. So I have had my fair share of Madeira in the past. And that really does remind me of kind of like a sweeter Madeira. It definitely doesn't remind me of a dry sort of Medina or a dry sherry. In fact, if you want to relate it to sherry, it reminds me of a sweet sherry as opposed to a dry sherry. Really kind of juicy notes to it. What else have we got in here? Is that the face I thought you would have, Geraint? My issue is someone else choosing what I drink. Ross, does anyone compare it? Does it compare to anything you have already? No, it really doesn't. Claire, if you are not keen on the rums you get in the box, you can use it for cocktails. Yeah, get a touch of orange, white unaged with Madeira finish really brings it to the front for us. Yeah, I really want to try that white. I mean, Donna's, I'm assuming that's Donna. It might be Kevin. I don't know which one of those is actually in charge of the keyboard and that. But that's a good way of summing it up. I just called it, I've kind of called it Jamaica-esque, but the white rum, it's pot still, essentially. It's a pot still rum. And if you've tasted like white or pot still rums, like Jamaican rums, essentially, they have got this kind of unique profile to them. Little bit of funky, not, you know, we always kind of relate that to sort of banana, overripe banana, sort of like fruity pineapple, that sort of stuff. But I don't kind of mean that. I just mean it's, you know, it's pot still. Really creamy, unmistakable sort of pot still rum. Really creamy. Interesting, trying that. That's now where I get the creaminess from coming through on that. But I would say aging it for a year does kind of, it's nowhere near as creamy as what the white rum is. The white rum's lovely. The white rum's just got that extra bit of creaminess to it. I generally don't get anything else in that. I get orange, which is a huge orange notes to it. There's sort of Madeira. There's a little bit of woody oak. The Madeira barrel's coming through. I want to say woody oak, but it's essentially the wood, the barrel coming through there. And a gentle bit of spice. But that is a gorgeous... it's really kind of light. Okay, it's really kind of light as well. Light and crisp. I think I will try this as a daiquiri, actually. I wouldn't normally kind of go for that, but I think this could be a very good sort of daiquiri rum. In fact, let's do that now. That's not one of the cocktails, but let's do that now. Actually, Wolf Skull, we're getting ahead of myself here. Windy, actually, that's a great shout, actually. Windy, I think you will love this, actually. Knowing what I know about your sort of sherry finishes and your Oloroso and that sort of stuff, I definitely think this. If you're an orange fan, I don't think you're not going to taste orange. Don't think that's something that just a few people will pick out. You are unmistakably going to get juicy orange out of that. But yeah, I do agree there. I think, Windy, that could be right up your street. Dwight. Oh, Rum the Show. Hello, Dwight. How are you, my friend? Kids in bed. What did I miss? Dwight, if you want a rum tasting as well in person and you're round Oxford, the other place, or down south and all that. I don't know where Dwight travels to be fair. But hook up Dwight as well. Dwight's in there. It's Dwight Rum the Show. Go and stalk him on Instagram as well. He will eventually get his arse on YouTube. But he's an Instagram boy. He's scared to show his face, bless him. Dwight, we're just tasting this brand new. Let's have a... Hang on. I haven't done this yet. I should have done this. There we go. Hang on. I haven't looked at the tasting notes. Right, that's what we're tasting. Two Drifters, brand spanking new, will be out this week. Ignore the tasting notes. But it is approved by Russ and Gemma. There we go, like that. Ignore the tasting notes because I've actually got the tasting notes here. Oh, there we go. Look, right at the bottom. So that's the actual tasting notes. French oak, ex-Madeira casks, in part gentle flavours of orange peel and muscovado sugar. There we go. That's what. So very. I don't want to. I've been trying to use a different word. I was going to say uncomplicated, but I don't think that's right. I don't want to say uncomplicated because that means in my head I don't think I'm doing it justice. It's a tasty, tasty rum. Right. Let's give it some scores on the doors. So yeah, muscovado. That's interesting. Muscovado sugar. No. I'm not getting the muscovado sugar on that. Bearing in mind I've got some muscovado here. Am I getting muscovado? No. Definitely not getting much. Bearing in mind that's sugar. No, I'm not getting muscovado on that at all. But right, so sweetness. Purely for the orange, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. But even then, I think that's. Yeah, it's definitely not bitter. It's definitely not harsh or anything like that. So, yeah, 1 out of 5. Yeah, 1 out of 5. Fruitiness, purely for the orange as well. That has to go in at a 3 out of 5, I think. Floral notes. I guess because of that kind of pot still, I'm going to have to give it kind of... It's got that little bit of it to it. I'm going to give it a 1. Spices, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. Woody... I have to give that. I have to give it a 3, but not because I forget who you guys are now. There's quite a few of you like really get put off like woody, oaky rums, those kind of things. I'm not meaning like that. I'm meaning purely because of the Madeira cask. That's what comes out. Okay, so we know that the cask is coming out in that. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 for that. Roasted, 1 out of 5, and round. It's actually quite rounded. It's got a nice. Juicy, woody, bit of peppery kind of spice, little subtle hints of spice in there. Pot still, I think that's quite a rounded rum. Finish, I wouldn't say long. I've had longer finishes, but it's definitely medium long. Finish is orange for me, obviously. I'm gonna go medium. Really like that. I'm gonna do daiquiri. We're gonna do Dax. And then when I will do, I'm really keen to try this as a daiquiri. Really am. Let's crack out the DAC. Where did my chicken go? There it is. Right, just a little mini DAC. One. Mini. It says, all right, sugar. What's that? Oh, see, we do a 621. 621 DAC. Boom, go on, there we go. And bit of lime. Bit of lime. That one. Nice. Right, 621 a daiquiri. Shaky. Right, I've got high hopes for this as a daiquiri. This could be something else. Sorry, it's too small for a Nick and Nora. We'll go in there. Any of you are rum clubbers, craft rum clubbers that don't try your rums as a daiquiri, you are missing a trick. You have to try your rums as DACs. You have to. Rum fashions as well, but you know that's just going to accentuate the flavours even more. But a daiquiri, that's a good, wow, that's a good daiquiri. I'm not a huge fan of, we call them, for those of you new, the first time on here, we've loosely sort of started calling them moody daiquiris. I don't like, I'm generalising, but I traditionally don't like aged rum daiquiris. I prefer white rum daiquiris. That's my thing, and my thing is definitely 100% Ron Cube. That is my all-star daiquiri. Plantation 3 stars, next level down. Then there's one more in that group. I can never remember what the flipping hell it is. I forget what it is now. But the next rung down there then is Flor de Carne, Dorley's, and El Dorado's below that. So, see how bloody white rum. I forget what it is now. But yeah, so Ron Cube is my all-star daiquiri. But there's a couple of sort of column still ones, interestingly, that have kind of gone in there. Sort of aged, lightly aged column still rums. But this is quite nice. I suppose it's only a year old. This is delicious. That is a cracking. So 621, I did that. 6 parts rum, 2 parts lime juice, 1 part sugar syrup. 621 DAC. That is flipping delicious. Love that. Nice juicy orange with that pot still. That's really nice. Basically the sugar, the citrus brings out the sort of really nice rum flavours, and the sugar just accentuates that a little bit. That's why we drink daiquiris. Daiquiris are awesome. I like that. What's going on in the comments there? Big old place, Oxford's British rum scene matures. Great ride. There's so many. Oh ho! Belgium's in the house. Veritas. No, we don't like Veritas. Veritas. That's the new Veritas. The boutique signature. Number 1? Yeah, number 1. That's the new Veritas. I forget what it is now. There's another white rum. I can never remember what it is. But that is gorgeous. Right. So let's go back to the right. Let's save that, and I'll add that to the old database when that comes out. Right. What were the mixers for this one? So there's some. We've still got some cocktails to come here. The mixers. Right. Oh yeah, that was it. That's this one here. Oh no, the first one. Right. So the first one is the cherry old baby. So we're going to do that. Cherry old baby. We're going to do that one. So I'm going to go on top of the keyboard. This is the cherry Frobishers. It's that one with 10 ml of sugar syrup. That's what this little pouch was, wasn't it? I might frame that. I've got my sugar syrup here. I might just use that. So 10 ml of sugar syrup. Oh, 5 minutes sugar syrup. I'm gonna do little baby ones, innit? Little baby ones. 5 ml sugar syrup. Right, so I'm just halving. For those of you that got a magazine, I'm just halving, essentially making a little dirty one. 5 ml sugar syrup. 25 ml of the old cherry juice. Nice. So a bit of cherry juice, sugar syrup, Angostura Bitters. Look at that little baby bottle of Angostura Bitters. That's what that is. Angostura Bitters. And the rum, obviously. So we're going for that. Pop. I really like this. Really, I've got orange spiced rums, but that is just completely and utterly different because there's no other spice to it. It's just like orange. Without mistaking, you know, let's not mistake it for an orange flavoured rum. I'm not going down that route. Sorry if I've sounded like it's an orange flavoured rum. It's 100% not an orange flavoured rum. It's 100% a rum first and foremost. Right. Cherry Old Baby. Oh, I like that as well. Mr. Burrell. E&B. Another dash of that. I tell you what, Ian Burrell, he's got a few skills in his locker, hasn't he? That's better, a bit more Angostura bitters. Oh, that's delicious. Right, the cherry juice. Which one's that? Yeah, that's quite nice as well. Not really tart either. That's quite juicy. I was expecting cherry juice to be kind of tart. I've had, what's the other one? Cherry good. And it's got a little bit of tartness, like cranberry juice essentially. It's a little bit of tartness. That's not. That's just really, really juicy. I like that. Right, big fan of that. Yeah, that's good. Right, what's the other one? It's the punch. We haven't got this out yet, have we? Rum and Punchy. Highball. Right, so this is just a standard, very easy one to do. Right, Rum and Punchy. Let's come around the old camera and give you a little close-up of this little bad boy. So I've never tried this. Vegan friendly, 30 calories. Look at this. Right, Punchy. Ginger, peach, ginger and chai. It's got loads of little things on the back there. What's that say? Holiday Romance. Oh, it's like Holiday Romance. Look. Who did the song? Is that Lady Gaga? Is it Lady Gaga? Holiday. No. Right, so this is just purely 2 drifters in a highball glass, top up with peach, ginger and chai and a slice of lime. We've got a little bit of lime here, that'll do. Right. Bit of this, bit of this. Sometimes with these mixes, I'm not a huge fan of them because I do need a little bit of sugar to them. It's like the whole Fever Tree thing, you know, the refreshing light, nah, get rid of the refreshing light. The proper full fat Fever Tree is a lot better. Sometimes these mixes just don't kind of hit the spot. Right. Peach, what's it called? Punchy. I'm going to call this Peachy Punch. What's he called it? Rum and Punchy. Certainly get a peach off it. That's really interesting. I'll be honest, for a lot of you, you're going to want a tiny little bit of sugar syrup with that, just to bring it to life. But if you're one of those people that just likes, you know, it's like the old Stratford sodas. Let's get the old Stratford sodas. For those people that don't like the sweetness, they are perfect. They are perfect. But for those of you that do like that extra little bit of punch, a little bit of flavour, but at least with these you can add a bit of sugar to it. It's definitely peach forward. Subtle. It's not a ginger beer. Don't think of it as anything remotely like a ginger beer. It's got a very subtle ginger to it. And that, it has got that sort of twang to it at the end. I wouldn't pick it out as chai. I wouldn't taste that blind and go, oh yeah, it's chai. I certainly wouldn't do that. I guess some of you would. I haven't got that much experience with chai, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, it's kind of delicious, really kind of refreshing. For me, I will say, I just want to try it, I will say that actually does, the rum does bring out the peach more than the peaches in there. That's really interesting. So it's really subtle in there, but you mix the rum with it, and that's really peach forward in there. Really peach forward. Right, I'm just going to add a tiny little drizzle. There we go. Little drizzle of sugar. Yeah, it's better. Sorry. My sweet tooth is going, but I've still got a little bit of a sweet tooth. Yeah, just that tiny little bit of extra sugar for me personally. But that is really delicious. The peach is... I don't think I've ever had a peach mixer before. That's really nice. They're both the same, aren't they? Yeah, peach, ginger and chai. That is a really delicious highball. Summer serve, that is really, really good. Oh, the other thing, I haven't tried this yet, have I? What was that? Oh no, Jackdaw Cave and that. Yeah, we did try that. That's all right. No ginger beer. So we haven't tried the munchies. Better crack the munchies as well. So is there any questions? My thing stopped. Right, our host, stupid question. The quality of wines vary due to quality of grapes harvested from year to year. Does this apply to rum? Alho, no, because there's no grapes in rum. Yeah, why wouldn't I? To be honest, my knowledge of sugarcane harvesting and farming is pretty damn minimal. But yeah, it has to, doesn't it? I know what's the agave plants for tequila. I know that the harvest and all that, the climate has a very big effect on that. So the climate has to have a massive effect on the old sugarcane. And I'm assuming sugarcane, for instance, grown in Central America is also going to taste different to sugarcane that's grown in Africa or Australia, or even though the climates are similar, and it's still, you know, what's the word? Can't think of the word now. Climate, not the climate. Terroir. The terroir's got to have a massive impact as well. So breezes and all that sort of stuff. Does anyone notice how quiet Trevin is? Rhubarb mini Angostura bottles. Right, what do these taste like? Sorry, I'm a bit rude. Oh, they're good. Little chocolates. Go have a little taste, didn't you? Right. So. Oh, I like them. Never heard of these before. Right. Just give you a little close up of them. Oh. Pics. Pics crunchy chocolate squares. And hazelnut. See that hazelnut? Never heard of these. Vegan, I just saw somewhere. Did I see vegan? I'm sure I saw. Oh yeah, by my phone. Yeah, vegan up there. Oh, that little blue heart thing there. Yeah, I like them. Big fan of them. Right. So then. Oh, Mummy Barman's here. Is Mummy? No, she's not. I thought Mummy Barman was coming in. She's waiting for the cocktails. Right, so. Stop talking with a mouthful. I'm going to get on. I think that's page 1, isn't it? Yes. I'm going to get on and start with some of these now, because these are that top. See that one? No, that one. That one I'm not too interested in. That's just kind of neat rum with an orange peel in it. But I'm going to do the El Presidente, and we're going to do the punch down here, signature rum punch. This one's a little bit different. So I'm just going to do the whole. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll flash this up on screen now because I have got it ready. That one, cocktail Makealong. So this is aimed at. No, for those of you, of course you are. There's plenty. Oh, she's coming in. Hang on. You get the raw hand. What are you tasting? I'm going to make cocktails.
No, I'm going to try these two.
How are you now? That's a bit old. Mummy Bar, for the new fans, you get the raw hand, but you won't get a face on screen. Give them the hand. Come on, they're waiting.
Hi, everyone.
Well, they can't see that. Come on, you have to put your hand here. Look there.
Look, just get on with what you're
Shut
doing.
up. Put your hand there. They want to bloody say hello, don't you?
Well, I like a cherry.
That's the cherry.
Yeah.
So that's that one.
Yeah.
That's the spiced rum with the bumbleberry.
Yeah. What's that one?
That's the. Oh, try that first. It's the punchy. See, they're all saying hello now. You see, give them the hand. Give them the wave.
Well, I said hello.
Yeah, but they can't see your hand, can they?
Punchy. I like that.
She likes the punchy.
Ginger.
Come on, in.
I quite like this box. What else we got?
Do you want to try the rums? Sorry, she has to be off camera for this because she'll just swig straight from the bottle. Do you want a straw?
Yeah, why not? Well, I like that.
Oh, I like that. That's the spiced rum. I'll never see that again.
No, that'll go with my ginger.
Rum and ginger.
Yeah.
Right, so spiced rum. That's spiced rum and ginger.
Yeah. I
and
love that.
Or do you want to try? Try that as well. That's the ginger beer. Sorry, a little bit of room temperature. Sorry, I know some of you love this, some of you hate this, but there we go. See, they're all saying hello. Carl says hello. Kevin and Donna say hello. Scott says hello. Al Ho from Belgium. Claire says, hi, Wendy.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, all. There we go. Oh, you can see the hand now. Oh.
Well, they're rushing you.
I've got some cocktails to make in a minute, so. You can tell she's over COVID now, can't you? Swigging from the flipping bottle.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Trevor, she says, like, I told her that you're on this steak and water diet or whatever you're on, and she's like, is he a wimp or something like that? That's what she called him. What did she call him?
I did not.
You did call him a wimp.
No, I did not.
She's trying to deny it. Steak and water. What's he doing that for? Look at me, look, just like relax. Week later, I'm absolutely fine. Back and swigging from the bottle. Oh, she didn't really. Right. After all that, I think I don't know what her favourite was. After all that, apparently she likes that. Big fan of that. So right, so let's get on and make the old, not the old Presidente, the old Cuban. We're going to do the old Cuban, and we're going to go. We're not shaking this, are we? Yeah, we are shaking this actually. So the old Cuban. So we're going to start off with that one. Signature serve, the old Cuban, that one there. Right, okay. So for this, I'll do it actually proper standard. It's only 30ml. So we're going for 30ml of the two drifters in there. We are going for 10ml of lime juice. So 1/3 of an ounce. 10ml of simple syrup. So equal, daiquiri. Near daiquiri. Lime and that. Two dashes of Angostura. Well, we have to do about 4 for this thing. 1. There we go. And bubbles, 1 mint leaf. The mint leaf goes on shaken with mint. Okay, we're going to shake it with mint. Got my one mint leaf. This is Poxy mint. I'm going to go 2 mint leaves. 2 mint leaves. And then we top it up with bubbles, don't we? Bubbles of choice. Right, ice cubes. Ice. What's going on here? There we go. Right, ice, ice, ice. So this is the old Cuban. Isn't this an Havana recipe? I was going to say Bacardi, but I'm sure it's a Havana recipe. Right. And there's bubbly to come. Bubbly's in the fridge. Make sure I live as long as Mummy B. Right. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. There we go. Bit of bubbly, top up with that. I think this has gone in. Oh, Coop. We're going to put. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it in the Mai Tai glass. Tiki Mai Tai glass. There we go. Right. Double strain. Double strain. Nice. And then a bit of bubbly. She could have washed up while she was there, couldn't she? Bloody hell. Right, Trev Windy's going. Right, bit of bubbly. Frizzante. I'm tight enough. Hen parties get frizzante. They don't even get prosecco. They get frizzante. Right, let's pop that over there. Mint leaf for the old garnish. That one there, perfect. Right, so that is the old Cuban with. See, we should have renamed that old Cuban. This has got to be the new Devon, surely. Oh, that's quite tasty. I'm not a huge fan of prosecco or bubbles. That's quite tasty. I like that. The new Devon. That's what we've got to call that. Oh, it's that little orangey vibe coming out in it. That's quite tasty. So essentially, it's a daiquiri with prosecco and a bit of mint. Not a lot of mint, not mojito style, but a little bit of mint. I kind of like that. Not a huge prosecco fan. That's quite nice. Would I order that? I probably wouldn't order that, me personally. But if someone gave it to me at a party, I would definitely 100% drink it and finish it. That's how I'm going to sum that up. Yeah, like that, like that, like that. Did I just say Irish Darren in the house? Hello, Irish Darren. Craft Rum Club, do you deliver to Ireland? Just signed in, really watching a cocktail with rum with bubbles. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of rum geeks in the house tonight. Basically, we're just inclusive. We have some fun. Rum is about having fun, innit? Really, let's be honest. It's just about putting a smile on your face and having a bit of fun. If you don't like it with bubbles, don't drink it with bubbles. You don't have to, do you? God, dear, oh dear. Oh, I don't know. These whingers in the house. Right, what's up next? Tell George at William Fox to do a pasty syrup. No thanks, he is working on something though. We'll keep that a secret. Audrey Saunders, Havana 7. Yes! See, I thought that was a Havana 7-year-old. There we go. Thanks, Dwight. I knew someone would come to my rescue in there. Does the magazine always have serve recommendations? I think this, honestly, I tell you what, because I haven't done this yet. I think this is absolute genius. Right, let's so let's give you the close up there. So that's one way. That's the first one. So designed by Ian. Oh bloody hell. Ian Burrell, Ian B. So we've got that. So that's kind of like signature serves for the bottles. The next page is that. Which way? Rum and ginger. Oh, I'm almost back to front now. There we go. Rum and ginger. So that's that one. And then we've got the rum and punchy. So we've got that. So that is the hello big close up. That is the old signature serves. And then we go on to. Hang on, they're all stuck together now. There we go. That's what's in the box. And then we go into the cocktails. And there's quite a few pages of this. So that's what I've just made, the old Cuban there. I'm not gonna bother with that one. That's just a bit easy, isn't it? It's like an old fashioned essentially, rum and ice. But I'm gonna do that one next, the signature rum punch. That's a bitter aperitif. I'm gonna use Mondino for that. Right, that's that page. Then we get on to, that's the El Presidente. I knew the El Presidente was there. El Presidente, I'm gonna make that as well. Chocolate bitters. This one, I've got some ice cream. I did purchase that. I've got some ice cream ready for that. So I'm gonna have a little attempt at that in a minute. What's the bottom one? I can't see that one. Oh yeah, this one's interesting. It's a lot of honey syrup in that. So it could be quite sweet, but we're gonna have a go at that one. That's what I haven't got the dry ice, the smoke. I think there's another page as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's 2 more pages. I'm not going to do the old pina colada, but it's a really cool pina colada recipe there as well. How do we like that? So lots of mango, lots of coconut, lots of pineapple in that. Like mango juice, mango pineapple. We've got, I forget what that is. I think that's just yes, that's mule cursor. So it's like rum, ginger beer, mint, essentially. Kind of what we've done, but a bit of mint. So that's that. And there is another one. There is another one. That's what I mean. I flipping love this magazine. I think this magazine's genius. There we go. Right. Look at that. I have got cream and I have got espresso ready to go. I'm not sure I really should be doing the cream, but you know, we'll see how we are in a bit. I think that's it. And just to give you, that's the share our spirit, email us at the Rum Club. We've got this. They've got a playlist as well. Sorry, I should have done this. Where we go? Mixcloud. They've got a little Mixcloud playlist. DJ of the month. So you get access to that as well. You can have a little boogie with some rum tunes, Caribbean tunes. Who's this month? Tiny T. The mighty Cloudburst. There he is, look. So that's, you get that. And there's something else in here. What's this? Oh yeah. Oh, God's sake. Really? Cornish pasties. Devon pasties, right. But you do get cheesy chips as well. Chips, cheese and gravy. But yeah, a compliment to your Cornish pasty. Flipping Cornish pasties. And then we get that bit of stuff there that I read out for you, highlighted. And there's one more page. Competitions. Oh, that was, and you got a competition. There's a competition every month as well. Peggy, that page. That's what I think Doug's going to send me that. Peggy, I do love my dark rum, my black, well, sort of black rum as well. So as I said, I was really impressed by this magazine. For me, I'm a big one for like inspiration, looking at sort of stuff, knowing how to, or advising how to drink stuff as well. Interviews. That's the interview with Gemma and Russ. I kind of got the facts from there. So that's all about two drifters. This is all about Doug, Terry, and Tom. So that's that side there. That's the Cornish distillery. It's just north of, east of Bude, essentially. And that's it. So that's that. I'm really, really impressed by that. I think that's a genius little magazine you get. You get it in both, in the Rum Club and the Spiced Rum Club. But yeah, like that. Where are we going? Darren, we can deliver to Northern Ireland. South is a little bit tricky. Darren, Carl, Jennifer, the magazine is brilliant. They do a monthly Meet the Maker online call. Yes, that's the thing. My community knew that because I did sort of shout that out. But so Friday night was Meet the Maker. So Gemma and Russ were on, basically like a Zoom call. It was Microsoft Teams, but like a Zoom call. So Russ and Gemma were on, Tom was on, Doug and Terry were on as well. So you can chat to that. I'm assuming that's every month. Meet the Makers. So yeah, it's a lot going on. I think it's brilliant. I'm not sure. I can't speak to any other rum club, like the Rum Box and the Craft Rum Box, is it? Or whatever it is. I've got no, I don't know about the other ones, but from first impressions of the Craft Rum Club, I'm flipping impressed. 40 quid. All right, I know I've got 2 boxes here, so whatever that is. I think it's a little bit discounted, I think. I don't know, don't hold me to that. But yeah, for 40 quid for one of those and all that inspiration, I think it's good value, to be fair. Right, let's get on and make this signature punch. I'm really looking forward to trying this. So 40ml this time of 2 drifters, 40ml. We're going 10ml of a bitter aperitif. I'm going to use Mondino. My Campari is at DRINKSTUFF, but I have got Aperol here. Aperol or Mondino? I'm going to go Mondino. Mondino is a little bit stronger than Aperol. I'm going Mondino. So it's halfway between Aperol and Campari. I'm going Mondino. 10ml. I'm really loving that sort of bitter-sweet thing at the moment. Really loving that. So 10ml of bitter aperitif. 20ml of fresh lime juice. So 2/3 of an ounce. Oh, did I get enough lime juice out? I might need to get some more lime juice. 20ml of lime juice, 20ml of pineapple juice. I know I've got some of that. 20ml of pineapple juice. And 10ml of passion fruit syrup. I was toying. I've got both here. I've got Monin and I've got ODK. Because there's no other sweetness in here, and I know I kind of have to balance that with a little bit of sweetness, I'm going for Monin. I think because, right, in full disclosure, Ian Burrell does a lot of work with Real. These babies, right? Okay? Oh, no, it's a bit old. Better not use that. Real. So Ian does a lot of work with them. Whereas you guys know me, I do a lot of work with ODK. The difference is, I love the ODK stuff. The ODK stuff is a lot of flavours that really do pip it for me. But there's also a couple of flavours in the Real that pip it on that side as well. For instance, I do prefer the coconut in ODK by a long shot. The coconut is phenomenal in ODK. But the Real, I don't think you need to sweeten up, whereas you just need to balance that out slightly with the passion fruit, all right? So there's differences in all brands. The blueberry one of that, on toast, amazing, magic. Right, so I'm going to go Monin for this. 10ml? 10ml passion fruit syrup. There we go. Cool. Right. That'll do nicely. And I think that's it, isn't it? 10 foot, 40, yep. So plenty of ice going in here. Plenty of ice cubes going in there. We've got a clean shaker. Yeah, that'll do. Gotta love a good Devon pasty, Scott. You can go off someone, Scott. Scotty! Right. Dazzler, just rushed home from work to watch live show. Emma from Devon. Hello, Emma from Devon. Emma from Devon. Why are you stealing my pasties? Why are you stealing Cornish pasties, Emma from Devon? Right. Who else have we got in here? Dazzler, Jennifer, the magazine is brilliant. Sort of see that. So if you're enjoying the show, don't forget to smash. Oh, I always forget to ask that. If you are enjoying the show, please, pretty please, thank you very much. Smash like while I serve this up. I'm just going to do a shake and dump. Actually, we can do a shake and dump. That's not too bad. Right. Yeah, smash like, it helps me. It puts us in front of more rum people and you can make more friends, innit? So, like the likes of Jennifer, all my family, you need to adapt people like Jennifer as well. You need to adopt. You need to adopt people like Jennifer. She seems pretty cool. Met her on Friday night. So, yeah, hide. Right, let's go back to that one. Right, so, what was the garnish for this? Mint sprig. Mint sprig. I've got some mint. Trevor's going to be all upset because I'm garnishing these. You don't garnish my cocktails. Right. There we go. There we go. Right. Oh, I like that. Interesting. The passion fruit comes out really tart in that. That's really interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I expected the passion fruit to be bang on. Perhaps I should have used the ODK. It's not a sweetness thing. It really isn't a sweetness thing. But I just need a touch of sugar syrup just to sort of balance that out slightly. It's not tart or anything like that. It's not sweet enough. It's just that some of these passion fruit syrups, that's, you know, I've spoken about it before, but that's kind of why I do use the funkin' passion fruit quite a lot, because you have to use sugar syrup with it, and therefore you balance it out straight away. Some of the passion fruit syrups are just not quite right. I'll have to get some more Real. Just try it on the Real. So I swear that this has been reformulated as well. This is an old one, but I swear the new stuff, because this stuff is 50-50, 50% passion fruit, 50% sugar. I swear the new stuff is 30, which probably will make it slightly better. I need to get them to send some more stuff to DRINKSTUFF. See, that is better for me. That is 100% better, not because it's sweeter, but purely that passion fruit is balanced out a little bit. Monin passion fruit. I'll have to get the Monin grey bottles of puree. That's what I'll have to get, actually. Yeah, see, that's banging now. But I'll tell you what I do need. So it's a little bit sweet. Just a touch more bitterness. Proper banging. Oh, I like that. Bittersweet. The passion fruit is now perfectly balanced. It's not tart. It's not. The bitterness comes through. The rum is definitely there. You could probably add a little bit more rum if I'm being honest. 40 ml. Yeah, it's a nice afternoon drink. 60 ml. The rum would have punched through a little bit more. I like that. Mummy B's going to absolutely adore that one as well. That's going to be her favourite by a million miles. I'll leave that there just in case she decides to come back in. She's going to absolutely love that. So that's the signature rum punch. Right. We've got loads of people on, haven't we? If you're watching for the very first time and you're kind of sitting there in the background, please say hello in the comments. Just let us know where you are, where you're watching in the world, because I guarantee it, there are some new faces on here that have never said a word. You can just sit there in the quiet and be in the background and be quiet. That's absolutely fine. But I promise you, once you get involved in the rum community, especially my rum community, they're really, really great fun. Even some of the sort of rum geeks that we've got about, they will adopt you as well. So, you know, come and say hello. Rum's for everyone, whether you're a spiced rum fan, whether you're a flavoured rum fan, whether you're like a proper rum fan, it doesn't matter. Just come and get involved. Say hello. And we can all get together. Right, that's that. I'm going to make the El Presidente next, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to get the ice cream out. I'm going to get the dessert, so that cup one. But we're gonna write the Devon thing with the cup thing in a minute. So let's just quickly bang out the El Presidente. I wish she comes. Oh, I see. I knew she would be long. We'll get a drink of the Prosecco. She likes Prosecco, so we'll get a drink of the Prosecco one first.
Prosecco? I don't like Prosecco.
You bloody do like Prosecco. Don't you? You like the bloody Aperol Spritz? Don't give me that.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, her little eyes just lit up like a bloody Christmas tree there. Right, now she's got the proper one. Yeah, I'm not seeing that again. So the punch is gone. The one with the passion fruit, that's gone. Can read her like a book. Right, so 40 ml of two drifters. 30 ml of Bianco. Now, I will be honest, because I don't do too much I've only got Martini Extra Dry. I don't do too many vermouth cocktails, so I've got Martini Extra Dry, but 30 ml. Or Bianco. I'm gonna go 25 because it's dry and Bianco's not that dry. we'll make do, won't we? But we have got a choice of orange curacao. I think I'm going to go Giffard because Giffard is the best. I know we've got a lot of rum fans in the house tonight. If you think Pierre Ferrand is the best orange curacao, you are wrong. As much as I love Nick from ID Brands, and I know it's his brand in the UK, I love him to bits. Mr. Plantation, absolutely love him to bits. We're good mates. The Pierre Ferrand orange curacao is not as good as Giffard by a million miles. I'll stand by that. Come at me. 10 ml of orange curacao. And no, Giffard, don't pay me to say that, but I have got, what you won't see on camera is I've got virtually every single flavour of Giffard up here. I've got them all. I have got them all because they are so sexy. The premium stuff, not the normal stuff. Like we've got that obviously for a bit of blue. We've got that sort of brand. I've got a couple of them, pear, blue and that. But I'm talking the whole premium range of Giffard. They are banging. Banging, banging, banging. The banana one, oh my God, the banana one's sexy as anything. Right, 3 dashes of chocolate bitters. And again, Miss Betty's bitters, I have to say, are better than Angostura chocolate bitters. I have now tasted the chocolate Angostura bitters. They're all right. The Miss Betty's bitters are better. So I'm going to do, this is 3 dashes. I'm going to do 1.5 pipettes. Sorry, for those of you who haven't seen those before. Miss Betty's bitters. We like them. John's on, mate. Right, this has got to be a stirred cocktail. My ice is a little bit wet now, but that'll do. Stir. El Presidente. Right. Oh, the aroma's coming off that. Orange and chocolate. This can go in a Nick and Nora, actually. Ooh. Oh. Here we go. I don't really... El Presidente is not one of those rum drinks I necessarily think about, to be honest, too often. I'll be honest, that's not for me. I'm not sure if that's the dry vermouth as opposed to the sort of, what's it called, Bianco. The vermouth kind of is quite heavy in that for me, and I'm not a huge vermouth fan in cocktails. Chocolate, the orange notes are there. I'll be honest, that is, for me, that is absolutely doing the rum no favours at all, that cocktail. I think you could put any old rum in that, to be honest. I'd like to try it with a decent, like one, like a Lustau or something like that, a decent vermouth, as opposed to martini. I will kind of reserve judgment, but on martini extra dry, no. Yeah, no. Martini extra dry, no. I'll reserve judgment on the El Presidente until I don't know. Can I get little mini bottles of Lustau or something? What's the other? Bianco. What am I thinking of? There's another brand. What's it called? Belzazar. What the hell's that brand called? Bell something or other. That's quite nice. I might try it with that. Right. Now, we are going to recreate this. The cup. That one. We're going to recreate that. The spiced apple crumble. I've been looking forward to this one. But because there's flipping Devon pasties in here, we're going in a flipping Cornish blue mug. All right, no teacups, no whatever. We are going in a Cornish blue. That's how it should be served. Flipping Devon pasties. Right, so we're going for that. I've even got a saucer here somewhere, but I don't know where. We've got a fruit bowl. In case you haven't realised, my whole bar is sponsored by Cornish Blue. got my little shot glasses, my little jugs, my big jugs. My even bigger jugs. If you haven't realised, I'm Cornish, by the way, just in case those new viewers that are watching haven't cottoned on. Even bigger jugs with Claire's swizzle stick. And there's one more. Even more jugs. We are sponsored by Cornish Blue. Cornish Blue love us here, don't we? Right, good old Cornish Blue. Well, I've got to put this all back together now. What a stupid idea was it to get all that out? So yeah, when you come out with flipping I don't have to sit there now. When you come out with flipping Devon pasties, you know, you're really upsetting me now. Right, let's put this back there. We can put the bar back together later. Right, so let's crack on and make this. So is that? I think this might be a little bit smaller. I think this might be a little bit too small for those measurements. So I'm gonna 3/4 them, times them by 0.75. I think that's how this is going to work. So instead of 40 ml, we're going for 30 ml. 30 ml. Oh, yeah, it might be about right. 30 ml of Jackdaw Cave. Right. 25 ml of cinnamon and Demerara. Now I have been busy. I've got my Demerara and I've got some cinnamon. So I'm going to have to halve this. Cinnamon and Demerara syrup. 25 ml. So I'm going to do 12.5 of cinnamon. Oh, no, it was, what am I doing? Times it by a third. Oh, what's that? 17, 18 ml. So, roughly, okay, that'll do. Roughly 8 ml of cinnamon. I'm going to do 8 ml of Demerara. Give or take. Perfect. Right, so instead of that, we're going for some lemon juice. Demerara, the honey. I needed honey syrup for some. What was the honey syrup for? Honey syrup's coming up, I think. Demerara, cloudy apple juice. Oh, sorry, that's in the fridge as well. I didn't get it out. Sorry, my bad. Good old cloudy apple juice. Sorry for you guys in the US. Cider, what's it called? Yeah, cider to you guys in the US. So 30 ml, again, I'm going for 22.5 ml. Quite so hard, isn't it? Doing maths on the spot, isn't it? Maths on the fly. Right, vanilla ice cream and digestive biscuits. Right, vanilla ice cream. I was too tight to buy Kelly's, but I've got a Tesco's Cornish ice cream. And what do I want? That's digestive biscuits. I have got some McVitie's, but mine are chocolate digestives. Don't faff around with normal digestives, do we? We do chocolate digestives. So I've got Tesco's Cornish ice cream. I should have got Kelly's, but we've got some Tesco's Cornish ice cream, of course. So what do we want? We want a scoop. Was it a scoop? It just says vanilla ice cream. So I don't know. Bit more. There's no measurements. Let's see what that is. Let's go with that. And what do we do? Add to teacup, Jackdaw, blah, 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 lemon juice. Did I put the lemon juice in? I'm not overly convinced I put the lemon juice in. Can someone tell me? Whether I put lemon juice in this? I can't remember. I don't think I did. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't. 15 ml of lemon juice. I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to back myself that I didn't put lemon juice in this. So times this 15 ml. What before? Right, is that lemon juice going in there? Where there's one particular person in the comments that we're really upsetting with all these comments, with all these recipes. I'm really sorry, but rum is fun. You can like it or you can not like it. All right, it's up to you. Right, apple juice, stir with ice before removing the ice cubes. Okay, I'll stir with ice before removing the ice cubes. It's a whole new cocktail for me, this. Stirring with ice cream, stirring with ice. Vanilla digestive biscuits, topped with vanilla. Oh, I see what I've done now. I should have stirred it before the vanilla ice cream. But we stirred it with vanilla. Hey, look, I'm going to leave the ice cubes in there. Who cares? And I'm going to crack a digestive biscuit on top. It's not going to look as visually appealing as the one on the magazine, but... Right. Put that away. Right, where's my straw gone? Oh, Mummy Barman's got it, isn't she? Right, straw. Right. So. If I was selling this, I would have put a lot more effort into it, I promise. It would have had I would have got a proper ice cream scoop and bulged it over and stuff like that if I was selling it. But for the home bar, I forgot my. Oh, hello. Hello? That wasn't what I was expecting at all. I need some cinnamon powder. Is that my cinnamon? That's chocolate. Where's my cinnamon? Oh no, that's chocolate. That's cinnamon. Is that cinnamon? Oh yeah, that's cinnamon. Bit of cinnamon on top. Right, there we go. Bit of cinnamon powder. Oh, that apple. Oh, I tell you what. Hang on a second. Kevin Mears, this is all your fault. You said you were watching. I haven't seen a peep out of you. Kevin Mears, what are you doing to me? I think I've just found the mixer. I think I've just found the mixer. Right, you loyal viewers, you'll know exactly what that is. Beaver apple juice. Spot Pink Lady. that tastes so good. That is magical. That is all shades of magical. That is. Oh my word. That is. There's something in that just goes. It's that kind of chocolatey caramel note that go. Oh. Hands down. Oh, I'm sorry, Craft Rum Club. I know you sent these mixers through. That is hands down the best mixer for that. Oh my God, that is so good. Let's give, for those of you that haven't seen this before, that pink lady, Beaver. It's Beaver. It's not Belvoir, although they don't care. They don't mind if you say Belvoir. It's actually Beaver. Don't know why it's Beaver. I have no idea how you get Beaver out of those letters, but it is Beaver. But oh my God, that is so good. And you buy it. You buy it in cases like that. Yeah. Sponsored by beaver.com. Yeah. Beaver fruit farms. Oh, that's good. Right, back to this cocktail. I mean, that's good. That is really, really good. I really like that. But it's those apple. It's the vanilla ice cream in there, but it's those apple notes. It was the apple that you can just tell instantly works with that rum. That's why my head went straight to that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Doug Terry and Tom, I'm not sure if you're still watching. You're probably in bed. I'm not sure if you're still watching, but you need to get yourselves some of that. You need to have a word with Beaver. I'll introduce you. You need to have a word with them. Get some cases. That is by a million miles your signature serve. Oh, that is so good. He says, I haven't tried the Jackdaw with honey syrup now. It's cocktail fest, isn't it, tonight? What's he going? Geraint. We've got to love Geraint, have we? Oh, private chat. Doug's still here, look. Doug and Terry still here. What's this private chat? I never knew that existed. Cool. I've got private chat going on my screen. Love that. Awesome. Oh, it's popping up on the screen now. There we go. Right, what's Geraint saying? Steve, I love this. I can't say that word specifically. I love this specifically, but if he does a lot of typos. I think I don't know how old Geraint is, but I'm assuming he's a little bit older than Windy. Really, sorry. I don't know. But so I have to translate some of these comments, right? But if toy, I'm assuming means you. But if you ever try to do this to do this with one of my beloved agricole, what? Ice cream. You want me to do agricole? You want me to make that cocktail with some agricole? Oh, we love a wind up here, don't we? We love a wind up. What else is going on? What have I missed? John S. Hello, John S. Haven't said hello to you. Drums and Rums. Hello, Drums and Rums. Sorry. Oh, I need to go back here. How many new people have joined? Who have I not seen anything of? Aaron. Dazzler, definitely not. Al ho. Sean. Hello, Sean. Pleased to join. Sean, you missed a whole load of fun so far. You'll have to watch on a repeat. Oh, that's good. I do like that, but that is... Yeah, that's good. Right. What are we doing? We're doing this. I think this is going to be a little bit on the sweet side, but we're going to go for it. We are going to go for it. This is the Smuggler's Spice. So this bottom one, without the with the fire in, or not the fire, the smoke going on. I personally think this is going to be a little bit sweet, but we should. Poking at the door. What?
Come to try that.
Oh, she's a little bit tipsy now.
No, I'm not.
No. She's making up for like 4 weeks of COVID.
Yeah, too right. That's rather tasty.
I've not seen that again. Oh, I am seeing that again. Do you want to try that with apple juice? Am I allowed that back? Am I?
Yeah.
Are you going to wash up while you're here?
No.
What do you mean, no? Look at all this mess.
Well, you made it. No, I don't like that.
Don't like it?
No.
But you like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can I try that one?
What one?
you don't
Oh,
like?
you'll hate that. You'll absolutely hate that. I'm not just saying that. You will hate that.
I saw what went in it. Go back to my drink.
See, I know her palate to a T. I know exactly what she's going to... You can shut the door if you want. She's pissed. She's absolutely pissed. One of these days I'm going to plant a camera in there and just like put it on. Right, so let's back to this. Smuggler's Spice. 40... No, where are we? 60. 60 ml of this. Right, so 60 ml. Face value, you're thinking, oh, that's quite good. We now want 45 ml of honey syrup. 45 ml. I'm going the other way. I'm going to start with 15 ml. And I'm going to work up. I'm going to build up. Because you can sweeten cocktails up, but you can't sound them down, really. So, we're going to go for 15 ml to start off with. And 20 ml of lime juice. So, of lemon juice, sorry. So, essentially, we're going for a daiquiri, sort of. A honey daiquiri. What did I say? 20 ml. A little bit more. And then we'll shaky. Because that's the thing. For all of you new viewers here, I'm going cocktail masterclass time here. It's my little thing. I say it every week when I do hen parties and all that. Look, don't let anyone tell you that, especially when it comes to like daiquiris or those sort of drinks, like your margaritas, your Tom Collins, your daiquiris, all those kind of like spirit, citrus, sugar. Don't let anyone tell you a recipe or ratios. You've all got different palates, and the best way I describe this, sorry if you've heard this a million times, but the best way I describe this, amongst of you, if we could see everyone in here now, and I said hands up if you take sugar in your tea and coffee, half of you are going to say yes, I take sugar, half of you don't. Okay, it's that simple. Cocktails are the same. Your daiquiris, your margaritas, your mojitos, all those simple, those spirit, citrus, sugar drinks are all the same thing. So it's a lot easier to sweeten a cocktail up than it is to sour it back down. For me, personally, I know full well that 60 ml of booze and 45 ml of honey syrup is going to be way, way, way too sweet. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to trust my palate. And then if I do need a little bit of extra sweetness, I can add more sweetness to it. All right, so. But the point is, if I can put 45 ml of honey syrup in there, I've then got to add another 30, and some of you are going, yeah, brilliant, but another 30 ml of rum at least, you know, just to kind of bring it back down. And it kind of goes a bit pear-shaped after that. So that is why I'm doing that. Right. There we go. Right, so this is... So instead of 60 ml, for those of you who got the magazine, instead of 60 ml, 45 ml, 20 ml, I've done 60 ml of rum, 15 ml of honey syrup, and 20 ml of lime juice. And I will taste it with 45 ml. I want to kind of get up there, but see, that for me is perfect. It's like it's lemon instead of lime, but it's essentially a spiced rum honey daiquiri, essentially. Right, let's just take it up, just so we do it. That's the honey. Honey syrup, by the way, 2 parts honey, 1 part hot water. You're essentially just making your honey syrup a bit looser. So you're not detracting from your flavour. But the cool thing is there's loads of different honeys on the market. You can make your own honey syrups. You buy them. You can get a bottle from Monning, which is empty. And I haven't replaced because it's just easy to make my own now. But so you've got honey syrup there. But you know, so many different honeys, and all honeys have got different flavours, so you can play about with this. So, so I've done 15. I'm going to just do 3 of these. So I'm going to do another 15 to take up to 30 ml. I should really give that another. I'll give it a little jiggle. I won't shake it to dilute it too much, but there we go. Right. So that's now 30 ml, so 60 ml of rum, 30 ml of honey, and 20 ml of lemon juice. It's still nice. I mean, it's drinkable. It's just a little bit too sweet for me. Now, the honey is there. The honey does punch through. I lose the rum now completely, and now becomes a bit, for me personally. But everyone's got a different palate. All right, and that's what I want to get through to. I'm not saying it's the wrong recipe. I'm just saying it's wrong for me personally. That's all. Right, and then the final, I'll do, because I've had a couple of gulps. I'll do an extra 10 ml. So instead of 60 ml, instead of 45 ml, I'll have done 35 ml in there. Bearing in mind I've had a couple of gulps of that. So, right, and then just one final little. There we go. Right. That's the cool thing with cocktail recipes. Whenever you see them in cocktail books and all that, you can always adapt to your own ratios. That's what we kind of drill into people. You know, never take a recipe as gospel, because what I like will be completely different to what someone else likes. You know, like me and Trevor have done this time and time again. Trevor Rose, who's in it, with some of his cocktails. You know, we've got a similar palate, but on some cocktails, he likes it a bit. I like it a little bit sweeter than what he does on some cocktails and all that. But everyone's different, okay? It's not a reflection of the recipe. It's just a reflection of your own palate. That's all it is. So this is the really sweet one. Yeah, I ain't finishing that. That is just way too sweet for me. I lose the rum completely and utterly. I lost the rum before, but I lose the rum completely and utterly in that. Yeah, 45 ml. Yeah, I personally wouldn't do that. 15 ml was the pinnacle for me. 15 ml. So 60 ml of rum, 15 ml of honey syrup, 20 ml of lemon juice in there. That was the pinnacle for me. But I know full well, plenty of you in the Discord, like for me, I drink 621 daiquiris. So 6 parts rum, 2 parts citrus, 1 part sugar. So 60 ml, 20 ml, 10 ml essentially on a daiquiri. But I know so many of you do 40, 20, 20. There's no right or wrong. You know, please don't think that's me sort of slating the sort of the sweeter palates. There's really not. Everyone has got a different palate. So for some of you, that's going to be perfect. But for those of you that are kind of on my sort of level, that is way too sweet for me. Way too sweet. The original one was perfect. Banging. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right. Right, hang on. Let's go back through the. Let's go through some of these comments. Beaver and jugs. But beavers? What's going on with beavers? Where did the beavers come from? Smurfs. What's the Smurfs got? Oh, the blue curacao. Is that what it's come from? Right. Okay. Right. Late to the party of St. Sean. Right. That's where I got to. Beaver and jugs turning into rum XXX. Barman knows how to party. Grant got a lot of letters missing from his keyboard. I've got no idea how old Geraint is, but I'm saying he's older than me. Hello, Nathan. How are you? Afternoon, Nathan. Afternoon. Where is the afternoon? Nathan's got to be like across this Pacific, not Pacific, Atlantic. So Nathan's got to be US. Whereabouts are you, Nathan? So I have added Claire. Right. So I've added 20 ml ODK Mandarin and 15 ml sugar syrup to the old Presidente. It's It's yeah. I think it will. You know, that for me. It's just not for me. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that again. Rum only needs ice and a glass. Oh, pipe down, look. A spiced honey rum daiquiri is a good thing. He's got a right cop on him tonight, hasn't he? Scott, have you done the initiation with Geraint yet? Like he's got a proper. He needs a cuddle from you, Scott. Give Geraint a cuddle so he's like, we don't upset him too much. You know, we know he likes his rum and his agricole, but I don't want to upset him. Right, I think there's one more cocktail that I want to make. Not the pina colada. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the pina colada. I've already done the mule cursor because that was the rum and ginger beer earlier. Basically, we just added mint into that, which is, you know, that's fine. So I'm going to chance it with my little belly. I'm going to go on to this espresso martini with a difference. What's it called? White cap. I'm trying to read that back to front. White cap Russian. And it's not shaken, it's kind of layered. I really love that glass. To be fair, I don't know who did the photo shoot, but that's a really sexy glass. I kind of want one of those. Drink Stuff, if you're watching, I want one of those glasses. I know you don't even sell them, but I want one of those. Right, so what glass can we put this in then? I want a nice stemware glass. I don't think I've got anything that sexy. I think it's going to have to... Is it Nick and Nora going to be... Yeah. I might have to put it in Nick and Nora. Does this go over ice? Right. Before stirring with up. Right, I know what I'm going to do. Let's just draw. This would be my interpretation of this. I think there might be ice in that glass, but there's too much ice. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Right, I'm going to make it now. I'm going to do a shake and dump. I'm going to kind of do it. I've got it in my head how I'm going to do this. It might not work. I basically want to try and recreate that effect if I can. I don't think I will, but we shall see. But I might be able to do it another way. Right, so we are going for there's Jackdaw, isn't it? 30 ml of Jackdaw, sort of spiced. By the way, for those of you new or watching that haven't watched before, what do you think of the live show? If you just joined us for the first time, let us know. Feedback. What would you like to see in future live shows? I do this every week. I'm here every Sunday night. Normally, I sort of say 8 till 10. Normally, we do go a bit later. We've done at midnight. We've done a 4-hour live stream before. Basically, when the questions start flowing, the banter starts coming. Especially when we get some, what do we call them? Not ego bartenders, but sort of like rum geeks. Especially when we get rum geeks in the house, we kind of like to have a little bit of a wind up and a little bit of play with them. So live streams can go on a little bit if you like. But let us know what you think, and we'll go from there. Right, so I've got the rum in there. The coffee liqueur, it does. I've never heard of that coffee liqueur. Bloody hell, it's peeing it down outside. Right, it's Blackbird coffee liqueur. Never heard of that before, but I'm going for my Aluna, because it's the best coconut on the market now. Oh, I love this stuff. 30 ml of that. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's essentially Aluna, stripped back Aluna. So there is subtle hints of coconut in there, but not too much. But coffee, proper coffee. Oh my God, it's good. Oh, I love this stuff. Proper love that stuff. So that's what that is. Aluna coffee. Thank you very much, Aluna. Right, so Aluna in there. I want 10 ml of vanilla. Morning. Sorry, George. George never watches these back. He'll never know. William Fox. Right, 10 ml of 10 ml of vanilla. And one espresso shot. Now, espresso shots for me are like 25, 30 ml. I think. So I'm going to go 22.5 ml. Is there any coffee aficionados in the house? What's in a shot of espresso? I'm going to back myself for 22.5 ml. Splitting the difference. I think it might be 30 ml, but I'm not sure. Oh, Jennifer, what have you done? What have you done? I can't believe you just done that. Like, we love Damaso. I've got the other Damasos here. I've got the pineapple, I've got the guava, and the, what was it? It's pineapple and then passion fruit guava, passion fruit and mango. I love the damisos. I think Geraint, you might just put him in an early grave. For those of you who don't know, Geraint's our Welsh friend. He loves, absolutely loves his agricole rum, but unadulterated. So don't go telling him someone's put guava with it. Christ. Right. So we've got that. Love you, Geraint. Right. So I'm going to stir it down. I'm really sorry if you can hear that rain. It's absolutely peeing it down. Right. So nice and cold. I'm going to try and do this properly if I can. I've never put ice in a Nick Ignora glass, but tonight's the first for everything. So I might have got a bit too much. Nick Ignora is probably the wrong glass for this. I've got nothing. I need some proper sexy stemware. That's what I need to invest in. Some sexy stemware. Right, I'm going to do that. So, right, we've got a little bit left there, and I need this. It's got to that stage of the evening where we're kind of flying by the seat of our little boxer shorts. But I've got something in my locker. Don't worry. Something in my locker. I bought the finest cream that I could find. Creamfields, Tesco's budget. Finest cream. I'm not really a cream fan, especially a double cream fan. But you know, the things we do. This is the easy way to whip up cream. In case you haven't realised, just to get one of these. They're like 20p. Hey, you never lose it. You never, look at that, look, you never lose it. Who's got the skills? I tell you what, I'd make a great bartender, wouldn't I? Look at that, you never flipping lose it. Who's the daddy? Who is the daddy? I've got to drink that now. I hate, my little stomach can't take cream. I'm feeling good. I'm going to have a little sip. But that's probably all I'm going to have. Otherwise, you won't see me for like 3 days. So, that is absolutely delicious. That is so good. Oh, I wish my stomach could handle cream. Oh, that is so good. The spiced rum does still shine through in that. I daren't chance anymore because my little belly will have a fit with that, but that is so good. I really want another little sip. That's all I'm having. That is gorgeous. Love that. I potentially would have done, we know what's coming, more rum. Oh, I can feel that cream already. I should be all right. I've got some Rennie in my back pocket. It's fine. We'll put the cream away. That is delicious. I really, really like that. Oh, she's coming out. She's coming out for another one.
Don't worry, I'll test it for you.
So I took Mummy Barman to lose her, what's it called? Her Irish coffee virginity at, where did we go?
I don't know. You should know.
Swift, Old Compton Street in London. She flipping loved the Irish coffees there. I don't know whether you can hear that, by the way. It's proper pissing it down out here. No? Does it need more rum?
Probably. No, it's not.
That's better.
That's better.
That's better. Needs more rum.
That's nice.
Oh, look, she's flipping destroyed it now. Look, I had a nice layer on there. Look at her, look. She's had it in her hands for 2 minutes.
Oh, if you look at the picture, it is. It's all swirling.
It's all swirly, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there we go. That is, I'm still hanging around here for a bit if we've got questions and banter, but that is the Craft Rum Club month of May. We've exhausted, we could have done the pina colada as well, but I would have drunk the pina colada and it's got cream and stuff in it, and I can't handle it, so I'm not making it for that reason. But that is the pina colada. I will give you a close up of this recipe. That page, that one there. So that it's a pina. Oh, that way. It's a pina colada on steroids. Look, chunks of pineapple, 4 chunks of mango. So I would have used puree. And then we've got sugar syrup, coconut rum, coconut cream, double cream, pineapple and mango. So it's a proper luxurious pina colada. Look at that, Jackdaw colada. I know I just would have finished it, and I would have been in all sorts of trouble. So I'm not going to bother. Rum spray. I never showed you the front cover, did I? That's what the front cover looks like. Rum Spration. We like that. You can buy it at $4.95. I think I'd buy it $4.95. I think that's a bargain. £5. That's genius. You don't get the rum for a £5, unfortunately, but and the advert on the back. For those of you, by the way, for those of you not that haven't, you need to sign. You need to come along to this. I say most. There's quite a lot of people on the live stream that are coming to this, UK based. So definitely do check that out. Manchester Rum Festival. We'll all be there. Most of us that are going will be staying this Saturday night as well. So that's all going to be all shades of fun, and there's going to be some filmage as well. And some filmage in another sense as well. So yeah, look. What would I pay for it? I think I would. That's completely. I've got no. As I say, I've never looked at other rum clubs. I know there's another 3, 4 in the UK. I need a piece of chocolate. That cream instantly is sitting so heavy. Need to balance out with a bit of chocolate. I think for all that knowledge, I think for the meet the makers, knowledge, the rum, the mixers, the magazine. I mean, just to get a chance to chat to the distillers and the people behind the brands once a month, I think that's invaluable. I think that's brilliant. Generally chatting to Russ, Gemma, Terry, Doug and Tom on Friday night and listening to them talk passionately about their rums, I think that's worth a good 15, 20 quid at least. And then you've got the magazine, which I think is genius. And then the rum on top of that, plus the mixers. Honestly, 40 quid, I think that's an absolute bargain. I've never looked at joining rum clubs before. And I don't know what other rum clubs have to offer. I genuinely don't know. But from the experience of this, yeah, I flipping love that. I really do. I mean, the magazine, that was the first thing I pulled out. And I read through that before I even opened the box. Because I love this sort of stuff. I just think it's genius. Yeah, really, really impressed with that. And as I say, you know, like Donna and Kevin have been the Craft Rum Club now for, I don't know how many years actually. But it's been going quite a while. And now Ian Burrell's part of it as well. And yeah, I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And no, they're not paying me to say that. They've sent me the rum boxes. Yeah, checks in the post. No, generally, I'm really, really impressed by that because rum, as we say, look, the back article summed this up perfectly, and I can see the comments piping through as well. The last article in here summed this up. Look, let's be honest, right? We can get all egotistical about rum if we like, but look, where is it? So if you if you split the rum market into 100, so percentages wise, we're talking about nearly 50% of the rum market is spiced and flavoured rums. For those of you just joining, yeah, nearly 50. So we're looking at, I still got to work this out in my head. US, I swear there should be billions. In my head this is completely wrong, but I don't know. I'll have to work this out. 15,690 million is surely 15 billion. Is that not right? Or am I being completely stupid? 15,690 million is surely 15.6 or nearly 15.7 billion. Surely. It has to be. I don't know. But can someone bloody answer this, right? Hey Steve. Oh, Doug and Terry. Right, hang on. Sorry, I've just seen this pop up. Doug and Terry. Hey Steve. Doug signing off. Thanks for an awesome evening. Bottle of Peggy and Black. Oh, Is that your right? That's why I've never heard of it. The coffee liqueur is theirs. So the coffee liqueur belongs to Doug and Terry. So awesome. I'd never cottoned on to that. That's why I'd never heard of it before. But there we go. So I'd love to try that. I'm assuming Tom's made that as well, but we shall see. But yes, I'm looking forward to trying a Peggy. Thank you very much, Doug, Tom. I will sort the lag out next time for that was, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I hadn't even contemplated that. But thank you so much, guys, for joining. It's been awesome. Love that stuff. Right, let's put that down on. Right, let's go. I've got the comments down here now in front of me. I can see these comments. I want someone to clarify this. So right, yeah, I thought someone just Dazzler's retracted something. I want someone to clarify. Surely 15,690 million is 15.7 billion. Surely, yeah. 1,000 million is a billion. Yeah. So it's 15 point. Thanks, Jennifer. It's 15. So right, okay. It's late. So right, the rum. Wow, that's enormous. That is absolutely huge. So I'll read this out properly now for those of you that haven't got the magazine. Rum, the spirit we all love, continues to grow in popularity. One of the latest studies indicates that due to COVID-19 pandemic, the global rum market size is forecasted to grow from an estimated 15.7 billion to 21.27 billion by 2028. 21 billion pounds. That's like extra 6 billion. Like when you say an extra 6,000 million, that's one thing. But to say an extra 6 billion, wow. Anyway, to carry this on, this is the whole point I was going. There are many contributors that like the appeal of flavoured and spirits to the younger generation, growing cocktail culture. We are all doing much more entertaining at home. The quality of spiced and flavoured rums continue to improve as we look to find new and exciting flavours. It is now the largest subcategory, representing 50% of overall rum sales. 15 billion. Let's just do it at 15 billion. 7.5 billion is on spiced and flavoured rum. You cannot, as a rum lover, you cannot sort of lose sight of that, the whole spiced and flavoured. Love it or hate it, you can't lose sight of that. 7.5 billion spiced and flavoured. You know, love it or hate it, you've got to just accept it. Because without that, you know, the rum category as a whole doesn't grow. And then rum producers, the likes of Two Drifters, for instance, don't have the luxury then of... Where's it gone? Has she stolen the bottle? Oh, I thought Mummy Barman had stolen the bottle. It's there. you know, without that sort of spiced and flavoured category, that a lot of... let's just look at the UK, you know, without them sort of doing, like the pineapple. Let's just take the pineapple. Without that, you know, people like this, and this goes to Caribbean rums, this goes to Australian rums, it goes to African rums, it goes to American, Central American rums. You know, without that, they don't have the money in the business to then invest in proper rums. So spiced and flavoured rums is 100% needed for a lot of these categories. Like take St. Lucia. Let's talk St. Lucia distillers for a minute. You know, so Chairman's Reserve, and then they've got the Admiral Rodney. You know, a big part of their sales is Bounty. And Bounty, yes, they've got their white rum, I think, and they've definitely got a gold rum, and they've got a spiced rum. But they've also got a coconut rum, a mango rum, a vanilla rum, I think it is as well. You know, that will make up a big part of their sales in order for them to keep reinvesting to make like proper rums like the Admiral Rodney and all that sort of stuff. So the industry as a whole needs that spiced and flavoured. You might hate it, you might love it, but it needs it. It definitely needs it as far as I'm concerned, my opinion. So representing 50, but this is the bit I love. You see, with that growth, we are also seeing rum catching up on a premium end as the perception that rum is a drink for mixing and not sipping changes. In the UK, in just 5 years' growth in the premium rum market has soared from by more than 140% to almost 10%. So sipping rum, people just drinking rum neat, has increased by 140%. So with all that spiced rum that's and flavoured rum that people are sipping, they're kind of getting used to, it's then converting more people to proper rum, which then gives the rum producers more money to invest and lay down and aged and bring out other rums. You know, that's 10% of the market is now sipping rums. I think that's astronomical. I wasn't expecting that. Genuinely wasn't expecting that. 10%, you might think that's tiny, minuscule, but when you consider the amount of rum, and this will include Captain Morgan's, it will include Bacardi and all that sort of stuff, you know, and you are never going to be sipping Bacardi, you're never going to be sipping Captain Morgan's. So when you think of those global sales and all that money, for 10% of it now to be classed as sipping rum, that is huge, astronomically huge. Yeah, impressed by that. What's going on in the comments? I've seen this. What's this? I've seen this going on. Oh, George is here. Hello, George. George. Give him banter. I said he never watches, and then he pipes up in the comments. Right. Where did we get to? 100 million is billion. Everyone interested in rum subscription, go check out Enchanted Claire's channel. Yes, definitely mention that. Can I put Claire's name? How can I put that on? Hang on. For those of you not got the comments open, I should be able to put Claire. Where is she? Hang on. Right, this was talking pasty syrup. Right, hang on a minute. Pasty syrup. Right, Claire. Hang on. Let's find out. Right, let's put this one. So show that. Go and check out that channel, Claire Enchanted. Right, and she unboxes every Rum Club that she's a member of every month on her YouTube. So that is her YouTube channel, Claire Enchanted, all right? So go and check her out. You can see you can compare rum boxes if you like. Obviously, this one's going to be the best one. But, because it's the only one I've tested and tried. But, yeah, just check out Claire and all that. You can make your own, what's the word? Make your own mind up. That's not the word I was looking for, but there we go. Captions, right, graphics, boom. Chat, get rid of that. Hide or hide. Right, there we go. Right, let's go back here. So, where do we get to in the comments? Claire. Hi, Claire. Which is your favourite rum club? Has to be the Raft. Oh, yes. Well played, Claire. Well played. Where's that one? We're going to have to put it up here. He says, I can't find it. You can all see it. I can't find it now. I can't find it. But Claire's basically saying the Craft Rum Club is the best one. Right, what else have we got on here? Right, Ken's in the house. Hello, Ken. I'm not sure where I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling up and down here like a yo-yo. So I'm going back now that I've seen that 25. Right, that's where I was. So I'm now scrolling down. Info. Jennifer. Jennifer. Info. I've been told off as I haven't said I'm Jennifer's husband. Oh, hello, Jennifer's husband. Jennifer's husband, what's your name? Hello, Hubster. What's your name? Garain. Oh, what can I say? D makes some really good agricole rums, but please not the stuff with fruits. I knew he'd copper strop at that. Actually looks good. I love espresso. Right, yeah, that's where I'm going. Catching up with this. I think it's worth every penny. That's the Craft Rum Club. Since the start of Jennifer caught it. Dazzler's had a right. That's where I was getting to. Sorry, I know I scrolled back a little bit of a way, but I was just sort of there. Right, George is in the house. Hello, William Fox. George, how the hell are you, George? We need to sort out a date for you versus Lee Monning, but that's drink stuff business. We can sort about that another day. Pasty. That's a spicy. Have you not seen that? George, when did you film? I've had that since I started growing this at Christmas. So you filmed. Surely you filmed with me when I had this beard. Did you not? Or was that before Christmas? When was that? I don't know. 7-point filling on spiced rum. And I have 3 bottles. We love the competition. It's all about the journey. You'll find your rum palate. Yes. I've done a pastel de nata syrup. That was epic. Don't talk. What's that? Pastel de nata? What the hell is pastel de nata, young George? Sipping on Bamboo XO. I've never tried Bamboo XO. I still need to do that. Don't forget Tanduay, the #1 selling rum in the world. Yeah. Richard. Hello, Richard Ginger Dick. Hello, Dick. No, I'm not going to be rude. Hello, Richard. Welcome. Richard, join us. Join us every Sunday, Richard. You can have plenty of banter with that. Scott, you'll need to pass Scott's initiation, but you can come in every Sunday. That's fine. William Fox, there's some slow growth if you've had that. Oh, look at him. Look at him with the banter. Good old George. Portuguese custard tart. I've got a grade. It's grade 7, mate. Whatever that, 7 mil. So I trim it to 7 to 9 mil is what I've got in the old clippers. So it's like, I think it's like 9 mil that I trim it to every week. So it's not. I kind of like it though. It's nice and soft now. It was quite wiry, but it's nice and soft. Where did we have see Portuguese custard? What the hell is Portuguese custard tart? Never heard of that. Hey Steve, David Kerbo. Hey Steve, I've been experimenting with rum old fashions with both orange bitters and chocolate bitters. I want to experiment with more flavours. Oh, where do I go next? Oh, bitters fans. David, I'm not sure if you've seen this. This might blow your mind, it might not. And I've got to try and twist it while I do this. And it's really heavy, and I'm not just grunting for stereo. It's actually freaking heavy. Jesus. Right, bitters. Where do you go next? So depending on your rum, I'm assuming, hang on, David, did you mention what rums? No. So David, I'm not sure what rums you are actually sipping on, but it all depends on the flavour palette of the rum. For instance, Sumac and Kiwi are really good rums, bitters as well. One of my two of my favourites actually, if I can find them. I'll give you. I won't give you the whole guided tour because there's like 50 in here or 45 or something like that. But there's two that I really want to give a nod to. So the first one's anyway, Smoke and Oak from Miss Better's Bitters. I think they are brilliant. Really love them. And I'm not a smoke fan, but just like the element that gives is really intriguing to me. But the ones I want to do is those the black peppercorn. If I can flip and find them. So Miss Better's Bitters, we've got cola bitters. You can work in your head. You can think what flavours, what little tasting notes do I get off a rum and go from there. I will always shout out Miss Better's Bitters. I think they are one of the best bitters brands. Yes, we know Miss Better's Bitters, Angostura Bitters. We love them. Yes, Bittermans, Ella Makuli Tiki Bitters, must be those ones, are phenomenal. You need that in your collection, but they are more rum punches than anything. Like cinnamon, allspice, those kind of feisty vibes. These are really good floral rums. So white rum daiquiris. Let's go down to white rum daiquiri for a start. While I'm here. White rum daiquiris. These are my go-tos, two of them. Mount Fuji, so white peach, burdock, chrysanthemum and yuzu. Flipping awesome bitters. That's Mount Fuji. And then we've got these, the all-time best bitters ever created. Pineapple and star anise. Those in a daiquiri, just mind-blowing. But we're talking rum fashions. Must be these ones. Black peppercorn and cardamom. I'll give you a close-up of these. Right. They, actually, I can stand here and give you a close-up of some. Miss Better's Bitters, black peppercorn and cardamom. Just for me, really do go well with rum. Crazy ones, sumac and kiwi. Sumac's like a chili pepper sort of thing. That's the Mount Fuji ones. Let's give you a close-up of that. Look. So white peach, chrysanthemum, burdock and yuzu are phenomenal with daiquiris. I'll tell you what, even that, grapefruit bitters with a daiquiri is awesome. Love them. Miss Better's Bitters, Canadian brand. Cinnamon bitters, what else we got? Burlesque, I've never kind of found a home for them. Burlesque. Acai and what's the other thing in there? Hibiscus, I think, isn't it? Where is it? Hibiscus and acai, is that right? Right. Menage a trois, there we go. Can we see that? A menage a trois. Menage of hibiscus, acai, and long pepper. There we go. So I've never found a home for them. It says Mexican tequila, British gin, and Caribbean rum. I've never kind of found like the perfect thing for them. And then you've also got like nut bitters in here. We've got Fee Brothers like molasses bitters. Molasses bitters is quite interesting in old fashioned. Almond bitters, quite interested. They don't really pack a punch, the Fee Brothers, but they're decent. Plum bitters, rhubarb bitters, cherry bitters. Wormwood, yeah, I never got into wormwood. Got them. What's that? Cucumber, yeah, they're all mainly for sort of gins. But oh, the other one actually, these are quite good. These are quite good. Bigger bottle, Creole bitters, Bitter Truth Creole bitters. They're quite good in a rum fashioned. They're quite a little bit interesting. Yeah. You just got to look at, yeah, lavender, that's not one. Tonic bitters, no. Wood bitters. Oh, look, it's Tom's. Tom's gone now. I'm not sure if Tom's still watching. I didn't realise I had that. Calca, that's Tom's coffee liqueur. Cornish Spirit distilling. Tom, who was on earlier, that's his coffee liqueur. I forgot I had that. That could come down here in my miniatures. Yeah, so, you know, roundabout sort of answer, but there's so many flipping bitters out there. So I hope that's helped whoever asked that. I've forgotten who flipping asked that now. David, wasn't it? David Kerbo. If that's, I'm scrolling up. So many comments coming there. Where am I going? Let me go back. I'm sure it was David. David, yes, David. I hope that's helped you, David. I hope that has. Going wrong fashions, right? Kevin, we chatted with George in Manchester. Of course, he has seen your scruff. Yeah, I forgot about bloody Manchester as well. Jesus Christ, that was only March. Right, pastel. Yes, he was in Manchester. George, sure you'll be. Right, it looks beautiful, Steve. See, George has got like loads of things. George has just created this random rainbow flavoured, you know, line of things and forgot the obvious one, like a pink passion fruit syrup. Well, how could you forget that? Ian, Filipinos go nuts for Tanduay. Is that how you say that? Tanduay. That's how I've always said it anyway. Tanduay rum is cheap as chips in the Philippines. Oh yeah, rhubarb and cod. Suzanne, you could have given us the guided tour. What was that syrup called? Something. I don't know what that syrup was bloody called now. She's our resident chef in the house. She can tell me all about that. I don't know. Pastel, there it is. Pastel de nata. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Where did we get to? Right, there we go. Miss Betty's bitters are the best. Same day Steve discovered beaver. I've still no idea what that beaver is all about. Where did that beaver come from? Right. It's a pastel de nata is a mega good Portuguese custard tart. Wow, okay. I forgot to mention rum. Diplomatico Reserva Exclusiva. Yeah, so kind of syrupy. Basically, blank canvas. Diplomatico would be a blank canvas for bitters for that rum fashioned. Go for your life. To be fair, chocolate would probably be my go-to with that, but. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I love the black pepper and cardamom. I really do love that black pepper and cardamom. I think that's, I don't know what it says. Carefully handcrafted. No, if you go to their book, they normally tell you what spirits it goes with. But for me, the black pepper and cardamom just really works with rum. I don't know why. Great show tonight. Cheers, Rossi. See you later. Thanks for coming. Tonbridge tart is best. Steve, where'd you get these bitters? Master of Malt. Well, where do I get the bitters? The same place I get Ron Cube. The same SOS call that I gave you, that I did for you last, or whenever it was, a couple of nights ago, about the 18, I forget what it was now, the posh Ron Cube. It's John, a good friend of mine that imports Ms. Betty's bitters and Ron Cube. So that's where I get Ms. Better's from, but you can get Ms. Better's from Master of Malt, essentially. And I think probably the Whiskey Exchange, but we don't talk about the Whiskey Exchange too much. Master of Malt, they're my friends. Master of Malt, next day delivery. Master of Malt, Master of Malt Prime, 20 quid. I think, I'm not sure if they put the price up yet, but at the moment it's still a bargain. 20 quid. Or it's like Amazon Prime. You pay 20 quid for the year and you get next day delivery on all your orders, whether it's just a bottle or whatever. It's genius. I don't get it, obviously, because I'm trade, but for all you guys. I know there's quite a few people watching that have got Master of Malt Prime. It is genius, absolute genius. Ian, so tonight we've had jugs, beavers, and tarts. Apparently so. Where did beavers? What have I missed? Where did the beavers come from? Oh, beavers! There's the beavers. Right, okay, I'm with it now. I'm with it. Right, I've heard these are a great range of coloured syrups. They make incredible old-fashioned. Oh, he's always plugging his wares, isn't he? Let's give George a bit of love if we can find him. Where's that comment? Let's give George a little bit of love. Go and buy George's stuff. Where is it? There we go and buy George's stuff. William Fox. Go and buy his syrups and whatnots. George, is this your syrup? You need to chat to the Craft Rum Club. Is that your syrup? You could be involved in a daiquiri of the month, surely. hook yourselves up. Craft Rum Club sugar. I'm sure there's a. He's still got the skills there. It's still layered. I'm loving my skills there. Yeah, I'm sure there's a partnership there waiting to happen. Right, let's go back to this one. Bacon old fashioned. Oh no, don't. The night was going so well until you mentioned that bacon syrup. Black cherry is always a winner with rum as caramel if you like a sweetener. Yeah. Wait 15 minutes. Steve will catch up with the comments. How far am I behind? I've got no timestamps on here. There's no time. I don't know how far behind I am. I've got absolutely no timestamps on there. So I don't know how far I am behind. I can't be that far behind. I'm right up there. I'll be in bed by then, Kevin. Rhubarb Cob. We've got a cocktail shop here that looks like they have the full line of Miss Better's Bitters. Can't wait. The cool thing with you, Susan, Rhubarb and Cod, is that in Canada you can get the little baby bottles of Miss Better's Bitters as well, the little ones. So these at face value are quite expensive in the UK. I mean, they're like £22-25 a bottle, but they do last flipping ages. And of course, they're alcoholic, they never go off, essentially, So you've got them for keeps. Whereas some of the fee stuff, at 4.8%, it will keep the flavour for a little while, but not years and years and years. Whereas this stuff you will, but I know in Canada you can get the little mini bottles very, very easily in there. And I think they're Vancouver based. I think they're that side of Canada. Don't hold me to that, but I'm sure they're Vancouver based. Hit the like button on your way out. Master of Malt Sub-Day collection. Yeah, if you live next door to them. I don't delivery because I'm lazy. I'm in bed now. George has got me on in bed. I'm not sure how to take that. Right, on that, we have caught up with the comments. If there's any final banter, if there's any final chat, let me have it. If not, I've got plenty of washing up to do. I've got plenty of water. Hopefully I've salvaged my stomach from the cream. We got 14 Williams. Oh, Dazzler. Hang on, wait, Dazzler, I've forgotten your name because you did say your name earlier. Dazzler, 14 William Fox on our top shelf. Dazzler, who and where are you? I'm assuming you've got a pub or a bar, top shelf, unless you've got a home bar. But if you're in the industry, and if George doesn't know you, let's just make some introductions here before we go. Dazzler, who are you? Where are you? What's going on? Let us know. Emma, that's it. Emma, where are you? What have you got? Have you got a home bar? Have you got a pub or bar? What's going on? Let's make some introductions. Let's make this happen. Emma in Devon. I'm waiting. I'm on it. I'm waiting for Dazzler to come back up. Like half an hour later, Dazzler will be like, "Oh, yeah." Emma in Devon. Yes, I remember. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, with the Devon pasties. Yeah, I'm there now. Ilfrackenby. Ilfrackenby. Bedroom bar. Oh, okay. 14 flavours in the bedroom bar. John, I thought it was going to be like a new introduction then for trade, but 14 flavours, a home bar with 14 flavours, George. That's impressive, isn't it? Really, let's be honest. Awesome. For those of you not up with the loop, it's Ilfracombe. but for the banter from the old school days, it's Ilfracombe. Right, cool. I think on that note, if there's any final things, John, what's a good dessert rum? Do you know what? I'm not sure if Wendy's still here or not, but I'm actually going to tip a nod. I'm actually going to do this, Wendy. I am. Do you know what? What's a good dessert rum? I've got a couple here, to be fair, actually. What else can we pick out? I'm assuming, right, for dessert, you want something a little bit sweet, hence dessert wines, right? That's where my head is. So, I'm actually going to tip a nod to Wendy here, and he's 5+5, because I do actually think as much banter we have with that. Look, let's be honest. Let's start the banter off. Let's be honest. It's just a slightly stronger version of Harvey's Bristol Cream. All right, banter aside. Do you know what? I think because that is so basically 5+5 is aged in sherry casks, with a little bit of sherry thrown in to one side. But I think it's like a really kind of good, like rounded off for dinner. I kind of agree with that actually. I think that's a good shout. But you can't, you know, the chocolate. Hang on, wrong way round. The chocolate Compañero is also pretty damn tasty as well, and it's a bit spicy as well. 54%. Really kind of luscious sort of chocolatey notes on there. Oh, so good. Or you could, to be fair, if orange is your bag, you could go the orange liqueur. Totally different thing. It's 40%. I mean, it's more of an orange liqueur rum, but you know what, the 54% is basically chocolate and orange. Or actually, while I'm on that, do you know what? The Belgrade, it is technically a spiced flavoured rum, but that's, you know, it's not sweet either. It's a little bit of sweetness to it. You can probably, yeah. See, I do think Ed does himself a disservice here. So Ed's on his bottles, he's got this dry to sweet on there. Now, I think Ed does a real disservice to his, because I definitely, in the spiced rum terms, I would not put this at 3 out of 5. I definitely wouldn't. If I was comparing this to rum, I probably would put this on a 3 out of 5. But when you compare this to flavoured and spiced rum, for me, there's got to be like down at a 1 out of 5. So it depends what you compare it to. If I'm comparing, right, without, it's just there. If I'm comparing that to that, or that, right, if I'm comparing that to like Slide Dog, for instance, bearing in mind, all right, it's flavoured and this is spiced. But if I'm comparing that to that, I have to give Slide Dog a 5 out of 5 for sweetness. But then you've got things like flipping bamboo, lambs and all that. They're all way sweeter than that. So I do think Ed does a little disservice to himself there. But on the same token, I think he's trying to sort of compare himself to rum, of which I would then agree that it's a 3 out of 5. So it is just what you compare it to. But as far, you know, I would personally put that in this flavoured and spiced category, which again is probably doing that a disservice. But I would put that down at like a 1, a genuine 1, comparing it to spiced and flavoured rums. It's really not that sweet. But yes, comparing it to rum, it is a little bit sweeter. So yeah, plenty of options there. Hope that helped. I've forgotten who that was now. Who was that? Who asked that question? I forgot who asked that question now. John. There we go, John. I hope that helped, John. It's good. So many options. Put that there. Put that there. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. What do we get to? Oh, Pusser's cake. Yeah, I forgot the old Pusser's cake. I need to crack these out, don't I? The old Pusser's cakes. We've got some more of those, and the old big and the old whopper. Oh, the old whopper, the old Pusser's cake. Yeah, that's a good dessert as well. Get yourself a Pusser's cake. I need to crack this out. This has got to be eaten by sometime, not too soon. I don't know. There's no date on this. Probably a date inside. But yeah, so we'll have to. I might bring that actually. Oh, will it last? Will it last? I tell you what might happen for this, boys and girls. Will it last? Where's the flipping date? We have no date. There has to be a date. If this will last, I'll tell you what we're going to do with it. It has to last, surely. If I can find a date on there, if it will last, I'm going to bring it up to Rumfest, Manchester Rumfest. All right. These are definitely June 2020. I'm sure there's no date on this. This will have to. I'm going to bring this up to Rumfest. Remind me. That could be awesome. So yeah, that's a bit of fun. Hang on, where do my comments go? Make some rum and raisin ice cream. Night all. Cheers, Scott. Scott's already gone. Make some rum and raisin ice cream. Yeah. The Lux's is better. Rum cake. Santa Teresa orange. Jennifer. Thanks, Jennifer. Husband, Richard. Who's buying Luxus as a dessert rum. It's a Capa Negra. Some good shouts here coming on me. Posse's birthday cake. £124. Rolling around Motley. Yeah, Geraint's got a big budget, isn't he? He doesn't faff around with Geraint. For those of you we had the banter about, Geraint's the person that told me to stop faffing around with the rums under 50 quid and focus on the rums like the 70, 80, £100 rums because there's better. So we know Geraint's got a bit more flex in his wallet. Cool. Right, on that note, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. 3-hour live stream, give or take. Well, it's 3 hours for me because I started at 4 minutes too. But thank you very much for watching. Any questions about the Craft Rum Club, do follow me up or follow direct up with those guys. Donna and Nat is really easy to get hold of them. I've really enjoyed tonight. Some really fantastic stuff. Great 2 rums. Really impressed with. Do you know what? The 2 drifters, I cannot wait to see. That's year 1. I cannot wait to see this 2-year, because they've laid this down as a 2-year-old. So there'll be a 2-year-old, and then when it gets to 3 years old as well, I cannot wait to see what happens with that Madeira cask at 3 years. So, you know, stay tuned to 2 Drifters, because there's some awesome stuff coming with them. So cannot wait to follow their journey, because it's going to be epic. Can't wait to follow. Well, I've been part of Tom's journey for flipping ages with it, with Moon Cursor and Morvenna and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, awesome. Thank you very much for watching. Is there a link for the Discord? Yeah, Jennifer, I'll put this on. I'm not doing a lot. The guys could go on live tonight. I'm not doing a Discord. That's the Discord. That's my rum community. Basically, just... And I never do the plug, like I get everyone else to bully, but basically there's an outer part of my Discord which is completely free for everyone, but the inner part of my Discord is for my paid membership only. It's £5 to join a month on my YouTube channel, but yeah, but most of us do hang out a lot more in the membership community, but we do dive in from time to time in the outer part, and we let the other riffraff in there as well that talk about gin and stuff, and like there's various cocktail threads because of my Drink Stuff channel as well. But yeah, the main focus, the big rum chats happen in the membership community, but the outer part is free to join. And Christ, there's I've lost track now, 140, 150. Not everyone gets involved, but there's plenty of members in there. So do check that out. Maybe should invest in a new keyboard. Who should invest in a new keyboard? Not me. Fantastic night. Love the Craft Rum Club. Awesome. Right, on that note, thank you all very much for watching. 3 hours, that's how we like to rock and roll on there. And I shall see you. Oh, what's coming up? Tuesday is... I've forgotten what I did. Oh, Tuesday's video is Smith & Cross review. Thursday's video is Plantation XO. And I've already filmed Plantation 3 stars. And then I'm filming a bit more tomorrow. Members, you've got a video coming Thursday as well. Part 2 of March's cocktail book. That's coming on Thursday for you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's hide that now. And I will see you, well, I'll see you on videos, but I'll see you live and in person next Sunday night for the giggles. Hope you've really enjoyed it. I've had a blast. It's been a great night. Oh, next week. Oh! before we go, better give a shout out to Ian Burrell, because next week is Ian Burrell's Rums Equiano. We're going to be tasting both the white and the gulp aged, whatever you want to call it, Equianos. So that is next week, courtesy of Mr. Ian B. He's sent those through to me. So that is next week's live show as well. All right. So thanks for watching. I'm going to set this up now, just on the way out. Thanks for coming. There we go. I will see you next week. Toodaloo.